Hello, and welcome back to another Whiskey Bros podcast. As always, your host, TJ, Chad, Levi, going in a fucking messed up order there.
That's all right. It works. All
right, we got that jam.
You can save the best for last. I know we got theme music now.
I know.
We're like a real podcast.
Let that play a little bit. Listen to that.
Every real
stuff.
podcast got to have a good intro.
And it's all original.
Yeah. Thanks. Big shout out to Chris for doing that for us. That was pretty cool, man. That was cool to send it to us and not even charge us. So I was like, yeah, this sounds pretty good. I was getting ready to do a negotiation with him, and he was like, I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. You could tweak a few things, and he's like, it's free. I'm like, it's fucking awesome.
Did you get him put that in writing? It's kind of he's gonna be like, you never paid me for that, and y'all are 30 podcasts deep, so the back charge of that is gonna be pretty high.
Yeah, dang. Yeah. I think it's in like a Facebook Messenger.
Okay, well that's
so I'm
pretty sure that's legally binding. Yeah. All right,
good fun.
What are we drinking today, Chad?
Yeah, let's get the whiskey poured
up. I got
up.
this Sazerac Rye. This is apparently really hard to find.
Now, is this the first rye whiskey we've had on the show?
I think, I think it is. I thought about that when I bought it. I don't think we've ever done a rye whiskey. But anyhow, I just there's like not that much info on the bottle about it, but it's bottled with a company that is very regular here on the podcast, Buffalo Trace.
Really? Another one of Buffalo's.
I can't see your level, Levi, but you want more?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Ooh. Well, okay. There you go. You want to switch glasses?
No, that's fine.
Okay. You said a little bit, and I just like killed it. Actually, y'all have way more than I do. But
it smells stout.
Anyhow, it's really not.
Is it 45% alcohol?
Yeah, so I mean,
90
it's
proof.
Yeah, this is your typical 90 proof.
Middle
That's your
road.
typical. I'm tasting ahead of y'all a little bit because I spilled some of it down the bottom.
How's that thumb taste, boy?
Pretty good.
It's got some finger taste to it.
So I don't know if I read anything. Not to be confused with Buffalo Trace Antique Collection, 18-year-old Sazerac. This rye whiskey bottle using the same mash and bill as its older brother, but as a 6-year-old and 90 proof. Okay, so the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection is an 18-year-old Sazerac, and this is a 6-year-old.
Okay.
So I think that's what I saw on the thing. I think it actually did say that on the bottle somewhere. But anyhow, I just glanced through all these.
What's this price point wise?
All these things. Yeah. They everybody's rating it really high, but the price I paid $35 for it.
Oh, so, not bad.
So it's like
right there with the 10 cup and $17.92.
Yeah, I was expecting because we're about to run out of like cheaper whiskeys that I find interesting. I mean, we're gonna have to get like Kentucky Cat Tavern if we want something cheap after this. I think
that's right. We'll get some of that
Canada
Black
Mist.
Velvet.
That's pretty good rye whiskey.
Got a little bit more bite up front than the rest of it. And then it mellows out in the middle, and now it's creeping up on the back end.
Well, that's the rye. The rye whiskey is generally called like a spicy whiskey. So like when you feel that heat,
that heat in your chest,
you feel that heat at the end. That's like any rye whiskey. You're gonna feel that.
It almost makes me like sweat in the back of my neck right at first. Like,
yeah,
God dang.
I mean, that's a thing.
But the flavor is pretty damn good though.
The flavor's really good. Like that the rye is like, I mean, it's a love it or hate it. I mean,
I've not traditionally really, I've not bought them, but I've had them in like tastings and stuff, and I'm usually like, I prefer the regular, but this is pretty damn good here.
Yeah, I usually pick regular over rye, which was kind of why I was kind of not so big on getting some of the other like ryes, but I do like this.
Yeah,
it certainly does have a punch right there on the back end, like right to your throat and your chest.
I feel more the punch in the front, and then it kind of I get used to it a little bit.
Well, it mellows out, and then I feel like it starts to climb again on the back end.
Yeah,
I don't know.
As it hits as you swallow it and it gets down your chest.
Yeah, you feel it in your chest.
Yeah, you do feel it in your chest.
Yeah, any rye that I've ever had has that climb at the end. I think that's just a staple of rye whiskey.
I mean, I'm into it. I'm glad we tried this. This is good. You know what I was thinking for next season, or for maybe this season at some point, we ought to have a like a rating system, something like some way, some couple of measures that we rated on.
Well, I thought at the end of like this year we should rate
review, go back and review.
Like kind of because I'd have to look at the list.
Yeah,
but,
I would too.
But that's why I like doing this. Like doing the podcast like this. Well, we were doing this before we even did the podcast, right? Tasting these whiskeys, because if you buy it like this and taste it, I'll remember it. If I just order it at a bar, I forget.
Yeah,
and it blends in with like other shit I've tasted, and I can't remember. But if we spend a night drinking it, it kind of burns in my brain of what it tasted like and how I felt about it.
Yeah, I'm not hating this. I'm a fan. I was really disappointed in the last episode's whiskey because, like, I guess in my mind I was expecting it to be more than it was.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it was tasty. It was fine, but it was just pretty much basic. It was nothing monumental.
Wait, which one was that?
Flatboat.
Oh yeah, Flatboat. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the same place as 1792, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it, but I didn't.
Yeah. It didn't stand out.
It didn't taste anything like 1792.
Yeah.
I mean, we can get more into the weeds of what we liked and didn't like, but the 1792 was kind of the one that set the staple or the bar early on for me.
Very episode 1 of the podcast.
Was it 1792? Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I thought we did Buffalo Trace before we did 1792.
That's what I was thinking, but
you could be right. I could be
wrong.
I
think Buffalo Trace was the
Buffalo
first
Trace was a very good one to start off with too, because I enjoyed that one quite a bit.
Okay.
The Guidance was, I think, the best I've had so far.
Yeah, that's been my favorite.
The Guidance has been your favorite?
Yeah. Guidance.
It was good. And that's a relatively new
fuck, they're waiting till the end of the year. We'll talk about it now.
It's a relatively new
we are the Whiskey Bros
to the
podcast.
market,
Yeah.
When I follow them on Instagram and stuff, I was noticing they're fairly new. And one odd thing, I don't know if it's just a black owned company or what, but it's a lot of like it's marketed totally different from the other ones. It's always like urban like setting and everything like that. So I don't know. I'd like to find out a little bit more behind that, why it looks so different in the marketing than kind of anything else in the market. You can usually tell what a whiskey's going to be.
Are you talking about Buffalo Trace or are you talking
Guidance.
about the Guidance? Yeah.
It's marketed differently. So I don't know.
Huh. I've never seen it anywhere other than just in the store. And I don't think I never would have bought it if I didn't try it.
And I think it's a Nashville company too. So
nice.
So maybe we can take a field trip down there, and
I don't know.
I'd like to.
I think I still got the bottle. I drank it all though, so I don't have any left.
Have you guys had Bellmead bourbon?
Yeah. Well, So
they make several different types.
Bellmead bourbon is put out by Greenbrier.
Yeah.
The Greenbrier distillery.
Right.
And so the Bellmead bourbon was them attempting to do an old recipe with something else.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't barrel that and age it. They just it would have been perfect for this, but I didn't hear about it until too late. But they just October 1st, the Greenbrier has their actual recipe. So
available.
It just became available this month. So we should try that.
And it's like 5 years, because right or something like that. 5 year aged,
something like that. Yeah, something like that.
I've had one of the Bellmead bourbons, and I don't remember which one it was, but I was not a fan.
Well, I thought it was okay, but for the price point, they really think highly of that stuff. That's really marked up there, and it's not any better than the stuff you can get at a much lower price point.
I agree, because I had it that one time at that fantasy draft where I won that thing on that radio show,
right.
And then and we were at the distillery there off Charlotte.
But, I went to that place too, and toured the distillery.
It's a beautiful place, but I mean I wasn't thoroughly impressed. I'm like, it was just okay. And for the price point when at the stores, I was just like, nah.
Yeah, but I have higher hopes for the new bottle.
Batch, yeah.
And their new bottle, because that's what they were waiting for. I tasted this new stuff when it was pre-aged, when it was still clear. They had a taste of that, and it wasn't that great, but it was pre-aged. Yeah. So
well, I'd try it. I mean,
I'm into it. It's Tennessee whiskey, so
yeah.
So why not?
And we're running out of. Because I'm going through there and like the liquor store, and I'm like, yep, we tried these. We haven't tried all these that are like $100.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's like that's.
We're the everyman's whiskey drinker. We're not your sophisticated whiskey drinker.
I mean, we still got to go through the household staples, which is like your basic number 57.
Yeah, we haven't taken just regular
wild turkey. Right.
Wild turkey's not bad.
It's hard to get excited
Jim
for those,
Beam,
though.
Evan Williams.
Yeah,
that's because I've had them so many times. I've drank a lot of wild turkey and Jim Beam.
Yeah,
it's like we're gonna pour it and we're just gonna be like, and here's some wild turkey.
I
and
got you a little Jim Beam behind you if you get bored.
It's like, and if you haven't tried it, I don't know where you've been. I don't know why you probably don't drink a lot of whiskey if you haven't tried wild turkey.
True story. It's good whiskey though. So a lot's happened since our last episode.
Yes,
we had a couple of birthdays in here. These two guys had birthdays. Levi, you turned 31, and you turned
27.
37. Goddamn.
27, son. Getting close to my 30s.
The sage of the podcast. The wisest one.
Yeah. I'm the only one that didn't need the age app on me. You just put my picture in with you. I was like,
you look young though. You're just old.
Hey, Jeff, picture.
And even bigger news, Levi had another baby to add to the stable there. So three at his house kicking it around.
3 girls, and are all monster babies too. I mean,
this baby was born with a beard and had to shave and everything.
10 pounds, 3 ounces.
Had a tattoo when it came out.
Chad said it was a toddler that came out. So.
It looks like it. It looks like, when you watch like a TV show and like somebody goes in labor and they have a baby and it comes out and you're like, that is not a newborn baby. That baby is at least 3 months old. That's what Levi's baby looked like.
It does. Absolutely does.
Like minutes after it was born.
You know what's crazy is it came out and it slept through the night the very first night. It was crazy.
Has it been doing that since?
I'm joking.
I was fixing to say, holy shit.
It slept pretty good. I mean, like I would say 3-4 hour intervals sometimes. And I mean,
saying it.
Yeah.
Well, well, the baby, for the listeners, but she's doing really good. She's been a great baby so far. So just hope that she stays on the sleep schedule she's at right now and doesn't start.
Well, that's good. She's barely a baby, so
yeah, no, she's crazy. She's wearing 0 to 3 months and 3 months for sure, and 3 month diapers. So I mean,
you've been on that paternity leave, son.
Yeah, yep.
Haven't been to work since.
Yeah, I haven't been back to work, and 2 weeks is the last day of my time off, and it'll be a little bit catching up when I get back on Monday.
Sure.
But I definitely thoroughly enjoyed the last 2 weeks. It was really awesome. It was a good time with the wife and the kids. So
there you go.
But back to the grind.
Y'all want to talk about what happened outside? So one of the stories I came across while researching for the Tales of the Guano that we're going to do today.
Yay!
We got Tales of the Guano. Was that the world record for the furthest distance thrown with a tortilla had been broken. The previous record was like 30 feet. And the new record was 54 feet and a half inch, something like, without looking it up. It was that. So we outside before the podcast, and we'll have some video footage that'll be released of this. But we decided to see just how good we could do on that. Chad, what was your kind of what was your thoughts going into that? What did you expect?
I expected that you wouldn't ever be able to get to like level out when you threw it.
Yeah.
So it would do. And it turned out that was the only problem for me. Y'all figured that out pretty well.
The majority of them went a little flopsy. I mean, it was hard to do. And my initial concern was that they were going to tear in your hand. Like you were going to try to, rip a good throw, and it would literally rip in your hands.
Well, I did better when I started not worrying about that. Yeah. I was trying to, my first few throws, I was
trying to get up under it, kind of.
Well, yeah, and I was trying to not like rip it in half as I was slinging it around. Right. But when I just kind of said fuck it and just started slinging it, it actually kind of held together. So it kind of worked out a lot better.
Yeah, you got to trust.
Now what I didn't see in the quick story that I read about it was like size of tortilla, like stipulations like that. So we were using just like a standard 10-inch. Now I do wonder if they had like a 12-inch or something like that, which would make
corn or flour? I mean,
Well, I'm sure corn would just go further.
That's what I would think too.
We use flour.
I almost feel like you could get more out of a 12-inch one.
You think so?
Kinda. I mean, unless
I don't think so. I think
you think it would curl up.
Yeah,
I think that the
wind resistance would.
The middle one was better. I think the weight at a certain weight it would start to drop pretty quick, just because it wouldn't be able to support itself in the air.
So spoiler alert to the video, but we broke the world record if it's can be done with 10-inch. 10-inch.
So we're gonna call that Guinness.
We broke the world record like a couple of times. So
yeah.
Anyways. We're world record holders, boys.
Nice.
How awesome would it be to get a plaque of world's best tortilla thrower, hang it up in your office or something like that? Be fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah.
If it were like an eating contest, I'd feel more. I'd like our chances better. I feel like there's something we don't know. Like it can't be that easy that we just went out with no preparation and like the third throw we.
But I mean, how many people are actually going out there trying to break their record? I mean, it's like the Dude Perfect guys. They have all these videos and they had like special episodes where like Rob Dyrdek would break world records for stuff that's really obscure that no one would do.
Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit world records out there.
Like the Dude Perfect guy had one for the longest Lego walk. They had all these Legos laid out across the floor, and he walked like, I don't know, like 2 football field lengths on Legos barefoot.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, stuff like that. I mean,
do you have to pay them to like come out and check to see if you have a world record?
That I don't know.
Everyone I've ever seen, they always have a guy that's kind of there watching, make sure it's legit.
But I mean, who's funding that? Does Guinness fund that guy to come out? Do you have to call and give him a convincing story?
I'd say you'd have to be pretty convincing that you can break the record for it to be worth their time.
What's more convincing than a video of us already freaking doing it?
Yeah. Well, how sweet is that job that guy's got, though, by the way?
I feel like if I was the Guinness guy, I would just take the video and be like, that's good. Like, I'm not going to go out there and check your measurements. You
got to be there, man. There could be some fuckery.
Well, yeah, but it's tortilla throwing.
What about
it's not like weightlifting or something.
What about that? All the fuckery that was in that Pac-Man score. That whole King of Kong guy.
Oh yeah. The what was his name?
Billy.
Billy something.
Billy something.
Yeah, from
you know what I'm talking about?
I feel like they made fun of that in that Adam Sandler movie, Pixels.
They may have. I don't know.
Because Peter Dinklage was like the guy who cheated his whole way for the Mario Donkey Kong game or whatever, and also Centipede and all this stuff. He had all these world records, but he was cheating using like ancient cheat codes or whatever.
That's funny. Yeah, Peter Dinklage is funny though.
He is.
He ended up getting banned. The real guy.
Yeah. Billy Williams.
Is that it? Billy Williams?
Billy Williams.
Is that what it was?
Pretty sure.
But he apparently, I don't know if he legitimately or not, but he had a perfect score in Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Which is like ridiculous. That means
you got every cherry or like every fruit.
And every single time he got a super thing, he eat all 4 of the ghost for 255 levels.
That's insane.
If that's real. But he's a known cheater. So
yeah.
You know.
He also has his own hot sauce brand, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what they also showed in the thing. Yeah, they showed him going to grocery stores and like sliding all the other hot sauces out of the way and facing his out, so they covered more area.
He's a mean.
I don't know how to feel about it. Like one part of me is like, this guy's a fucking loser, and the other part of me is like, man, go you, man, for doing your thing.
Do you think he ever once got one piece of pussy from doing that? From breaking?
Oh, I'm sure.
From breaking the Pac-Man record.
I'm sure
there's some like
somebody hanging around there. Yeah.
Some arcade lizard that's like, I gotta get.
I'm thinking some weird anime chick with like, like blue hair and it's like, oh my gosh.
Not even that. I mean, just in any like group, there's always going to be like that chick that wants to be like the girl, like the girl that's I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it, but she's like she's there, but she doesn't participate, but she's there.
I kind of wonder that too, though. But like. Video games are
podcast groupies.
Video game.
That's our wives.
Video games are so mainstream now. Like the streamers, like Ninja and stuff like that, and you see them go to all these different things and have like some celebrity girlfriend or something like that. Like I would have never thought that would have happened in our.
Where a video gamer will have a celebrity girlfriend.
Yeah, or like you achieved an elite status socially in the world by being great at video games.
Dude makes tens of thousands of dollars a month, so I don't think it matters what he does when you're making that much money.
Oh yeah, I mean money speaks, but it's just weird that's
actually he may make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. Dude, I think it makes kills.
I think he makes millions because sponsors too, like Red Bull and all the other. I mean, he's sponsored by Red Bull. I mean,
that's hilarious.
I forget. I saw it one time though. It was a crazy amount of money, and then it was like per month, and I was like, "Holy fuck!"
I thought it was like per year,
and I can't hate.
And even then, it was like crazy.
I can't hate on the guy. I mean, that's a sweet job. And then
I've never watched a single minute of a stream. I have no idea. Like all I know is he plays Fortnite.
He's a good streamer. Like he's a good communicator and stuff like that. And I will give him a lot of props too. He gives a lot back. Does these streams for St. Jude's and people who donate money during the stream. Gives a lot back. So I mean, all power to him.
That makes people want to do it even more.
Yeah.
Return on investment,
stuff,
baby.
Yeah.
What about you? What's been up, y'all? Anything big in your life?
No.
In the news that you noticed?
Well,
news break out.
News.
That's
always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Where the forget where D comes in and says that she's got some news and nobody even wants to fucking hear it.
Oh,
and they go there, and then Frank comes in. And he's like, "I got news," and all the guys are like, "Yeah, news."
I saw a shirt that I absolutely wanted to get online. It was on $6shirts.com. Was studied at bird law, like a bird law shirt.
Oh,
I
saw that
that's
shirt.
Fucking great, man.
Yeah,
that's an awesome
because
shirt.
you talking about the one that almost looked like a legit shirt?
Yeah,
but
like
it was
a college shirt. Yeah,
Yeah,
like a college shirt.
But it was like bird law. I forget. What did the rest of it say?
Like, I don't know, something stupid like poet laureate of bird law.
I love
like
those
summa
kind
cum
of
laude.
shirts where it's like, because if you just had a shirt that said "Always Sunny in Philadelphia," that would be lame as shit.
Yeah.
But if you had one that like
obscure reference
that like nobody even would pay attention to, and if they did pay attention to, they wouldn't even get it unless they watched the show.
Yeah, you gotta have like
a
rum ham shirt, or like Flipadelphia, like flip cup.
Yeah.
They've got that. I've seen the Flipadelphia.
I mean,
one.
stuff like that would be.
I want that beach
great.
towel where you fold it one way and it looks like you have a big dick.
Dick towel.
Oh,
dick
yeah, dick
towel. Yeah.
I think the one with what's it, Lethal Weapon 7 or whatever that they made their own Lethal Weapon and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
6, wasn't it? Lethal Weapon
6,
because the real ones only went to 5. I think. And they made a 6.
That's great, man.
But freaking Danny DeVito dressed up as that Indian like casino owner with them braids, man, is hilarious.
I didn't stay up, keep up and watch it to the end, but man, some of those early seasons.
Well, it's funny. Like I still follow like the Always Sunny subreddit, and I mean the show is still going, and people like the subreddit is still active with people talking about it in the new ones.
I've not
like
seen
all the memes and all the jokes are always from that about like season
2,
like
3?
3 to 6, like like that's kind of like
or
maybe 3 to 5 or something like that. That was like
season 1 was good, but then season 2 is when they introduced Danny DeVito, and it got even better.
Oh yeah,
it did get better, but
Absolutely.
I think the third one is when it really like they all kind of found their groove. They found their spot right then. But I mean, all of them were good. I mean, you had some that were kind of like not as good, but for the most part,
they're good fun.
I'm always surprised that people haven't watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I want to get one that says something I forgot. I need my tennis shoes for the swimming pool or something like that. Like a real obscure reference.
like the public pool.
Yeah. The public pool.
Yeah.
Can't go swim without them tennis shoes.
That's hilarious.
All broke glass on the bottom.
I remember swimming in the lake. Did y'all go to the lake when you were kids? Like
no.
the little floating orange thing to keep you into the swimming area?
Oh yeah, like they got up there in Kentucky.
They got one in Mount Juliet too somewhere.
Yeah, but there was like a bunch more of those. It was just like a floating thing to keep you from going out in the middle of the lake. But
we went to the Bahamas. They had like that kind of area, but I think it was more to keep like the floats in because they give you floats, and so like
that makes
I guess it like kept the floats from like heading down the beach.
Yeah, they don't have to get a jet ski out to go round up all the floats.
Yeah,
but I just remember like I guess I was part of it. I was running around with my little mullet and everything, but there was like kids that would be swimming in straight up jean shorts out there, man. Like, and I just thought, like, recently was thinking about this. I was like, did they not know they were going swimming that day, or is that just like the best they got?
We're talking about like the JPs of the world. You know who I'm talking about?
Nah, this is not like the
Pentecostal group.
I always wanted to go swimming in jean shorts, and Mom wouldn't let me because we used to watch Flipper when I was a kid, and they always like jumped in the ocean in their jean shorts on.
It's terrible though, man.
Dude, it weighs like it weighs like a million pounds when you
I bet it would suck.
Yeah, I remember just being a kid and going to Opryland in jeans, and then you get on the Grizzly River Rampage. And
yes,
and then
absolutely.
you're miserable the rest of the day.
Those jeans better fit well.
Yeah,
or them shits are falling down.
God dang, dude.
Yeah, that was like the best reference you could have made because that was the first thing I thought of was Opryland and like getting soaked, either the one that went Oatmeal Scream or the Grizzly. And I was just like, man, like you get drenched and then you're just chafing. I remember being miserable, like when are we leaving? Because I'm chafing so bad.
That's right. For anyone that doesn't know, Nashville had its own theme park that was amazing. And
back in its day,
it disappeared right around the time I got my driver's license, which really bummed me out.
We had season passes and went pretty often. I was just old enough to ride the Hangman before they closed it down, and was super thrilled because that was my first like legit coaster I went on.
It was the first coaster I ever rode that was where the track was above you.
Yeah, you dangled
down below it.
Yeah,
which was awesome.
Yeah.
And then when they closed it down, they had like a little Halloween thing afterwards, as like a quarantine thing, and I went to that. But that was
where they drained
they did that while it was still open.
The Grizzly River Rampage made it into a haunted house,
but then they kept it there. But hey, we got a mall now, so
Yeah,
you
well,
know,
we
you
got a
need to
place
be,
to-
you need to be
from a
thankful.
financial
We got a
standpoint,
Bass Pro
like,
Shops now.
like I think
Yeah.
I understand it now more as an adult. Like looking back, I mean, you think about how much money that mall brings in versus a theme park. I think it probably does better, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm sure it does better, but I mean, I don't know. There's some things you just got to have because it's from the town.
Yeah.
It's like you're not going to knock down the Ryman to build a bigger amphitheater.
No, but
you
at
know,
the
like
same
you
time,
keep the Ryman because
But
it's
they
the
moved-
fucking
but They
Ryman.
moved the Grand Ole Opry
but
out of it, so
I'm gonna tell you right now, though,
Yeah.
the Ryman's the best venue to go hear music, in my opinion, in Nashville.
it's a good spot.
I thoroughly enjoy it. There's not a bad seat in the house, honestly, in my opinion. And
Well,
the
there's something
acoustics
about
in
it
there is
just being
great.
the Ryman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
I
I
mean,
mean, I'm personally doesn't really care that much about the history. It just sounds great, and the tickets are.
It does
not
sound
bad.
great, and you're right. No
Now,
matter
the
where
woods-
you sit, you feel like you're like
Part
you're
of-
like
part of
I'm
the concert.
almost in the front row, even though if you're kind of in the
Now
back.
the seats aren't the most comfortable. I mean, it's old church pew kind of style, but you know, it's a good venue.
Yeah,
It's a
I
hell of
get
a
into
good
the
venue.
history of it too. It just makes me kind of feel like it's got something.
Well,
there, too.
Yeah.
I
only-
didn't know much about the history until I studied it after I've been there a couple times because I was just like, I don't know. I live in Tennessee, but I'm not about the country music history and
Right.
about what happened on this stage or who was on that stage because I was never a fan of most of the people who were on
Right.
that stage. You know, I have more appreciation for it now in older age, but at the same time, just strictly from a venue standpoint.
Yeah.
I
No,
like
it's a great
it.
spot.
Yeah.
You're
I think
right.
I've only seen one band there, but I mean, at the whole time I was like, dude, like there's a lot of fucking history like
Who'd you
in
see
this
there?
room. Black Crows.
Black Crows. That'd be.
Oh,
That's a good
well,
one.
Oh, they didn't play a single song that I knew, and it was still like
And the Trailer Park
amazing
Boys.
concert.
yeah, but they
yeah, we
a
saw them,
band. Yeah,
but
the
yeah.
Trailer Park Boys comedy there.
But yeah, Black Crows was fucking amazing.
That's cool.
Now you went and saw what's his face
I've seen
there?
a few folks there.
What was the most recent one that you went with?
Lucas Nelson there.
Oh, well, who was before that? I was thinking y'all went
Before that, I seen the
Shady
Shaky Graves.
Shaky Graves.
Shaky
Yeah.
Graves there too.
I couldn't think of it for whatever
And
reason.
I've seen Marty Stewart there and people like that too.
We went and
Some country
saw,
music folks.
Who did we go see there? We went and saw Dashboard there.
Dashboard Confessional.
Yeah, and there was another girl who opened for him that was actually pretty good, named Amy Shark.
Yeah, I don't know her.
She's worth a look up.
Okay.
She's popped up on my Pandora and stuff like that before, and she's not bad. Trying to think who else. We went and saw what's his name? Something Middleditch, Thomas Middleditch,
Yeah.
and John
And Ben
Ralphio,
and
dude.
Ben Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz. We went and saw that, and that was cool. Now, didn't you and Amanda go see the Red State Update guys there?
No,
or was
we,
that, where was
we
that
saw
at?
those at the Bell Court Theater.
Oh, okay. I've never been there.
Small theater. Play small movies.
Gotcha. Cool.
I was I'm going to completely change the subject if that's all right.
that's
but
fine.
there was something I wanted to hear y'all's take on. Did y'all hear about the lady that goes inside of the guy's house and kills him because she thinks she's in her house?
She's a police officer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely heard this
Levi, I
story.
don't know if
I've
you heard
not
this.
heard
It's a
that,
police officer lady, and she's claims
She's
you know,
in uniform.
yeah, she claims she's tired from exhausted from work and everything, and didn't realize she was going in the wrong apartment. Goes into
Is it in the same apartment building as her apartment?
Yeah.
Okay.
She went to the wrong floor.
Yeah.
So she's
Oh,
one floor
damn.
above hers. So she went direct to the apartment.
which I've done this in a hotel before. Got
And-
off on the wrong if their elevator opens on the wrong floor and I don't pay attention.
In a hotel that you've maybe not even spent an entire night in.
Right. right. She goes into the apartment and kills the guy because she thinks it's an intruder.
How'd she get into the apartment?
It was unlocked. And that
Unlocked.
was the thing. The door was unlocked.
That
and she
should
was
like
like,
raise your suspicion.
well, it did. She was like, fuck, somebody just broke into my apartment. So she
Oh.
opened up the door,
Right.
saw a dude there who's fucking on his couch eating ice cream. And apparently he stood up like, what the fuck? And she shot him and killed
Well,
him.
did she not see the fucking decor in the house and be like,
That's
hey, this
my
is
thing.
Not,
Like,
this is
how
not my apartment?
How did that not? Yeah.
Yeah, they were holding up in court the red doormat that he had, and she didn't even have a doormat or something like that in hers. And like, how'd you not notice at that point? If your mind's in enough other place, like it's still murder, and you still should be held responsible for it.
Is she getting
but
murder or is she getting voluntary like manslaughter?
No,
that's the thing.
she got murdered.
She got murdered, but
Really?
they only gave her like 10 years in prison.
Yeah.
That was the thing. There was a lot of people that complained like she only
I
got
think
10
her
years.
lawyer was trying to
Get it.
get her off because of like he was trying to get knocked down. I don't know how it like works, like because they were trying her for murder. So I don't know if she was found innocent of murder, if they retry for manslaughter, if they just the judge can just knock it down.
Yeah, I don't know how that works
what constitutes murder over manslaughter? Because premeditation.
Manslaughter is involuntary,
right? Manslaughter would be
in there voluntary and involuntary manslaughter, like two different ones.
I don't know about that, but I mean, there's murder, there's premeditated, and like murder in the moment, like rage or something.
Manslaughter just means you killed somebody, but you weren't trying to kill someone.
Well,
but you were doing something
or something.
But
right. If you run somebody over with your car, that's involuntary manslaughter.
Unless you were trying to run them over with your car,
then that's murder.
But see, they have to prove intent on that point. But at the same time, though, what if it's like
if you run over your ex-girlfriend in a car, you're gonna have a hard time.
But if it's a crime of like passion, like you walked in on your spouse cheating you, and then you killed that person, is that manslaughter? Is that murder?
That's murder, but that's like second-degree murder.
Yeah.
Because first-degree murder is like premeditated murder. I think it's either second or third degree.
So does she get second-degree or third-degree murder, or she get first-degree murder?
I think she got first-degree because the lawyer was trying to argue, and that was part of the like he got her up on the stand and just eat her fucking up. He argued that when she opened that door up, she was ready to kill somebody. So that was like,
well, she's been trained to do that.
That's what she tried to argue. But his point is like you
could have just turned around and called the cops.
that was his thing. So, like he said, why didn't you radio for anybody? And like she didn't have an answer.
And say,
freeze, get down.
Right.
Yeah. Because I've been watching a lot of live PD in my time off these 2 weeks or whatever, and when you have someone at gunpoint, you don't pull the trigger too quick. I mean, unless you feel like they have a weapon or he's reaching for something. Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't be doing that. Pull out your fucking taser.
Well, I think he was like he got up and like
made an action toward
her. Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't armed. He didn't. So
yeah, he's armed with a fucking spoon and ice cream.
Yeah,
but at the same time, like. 10 years, I would be upset with that. She probably deserves more. Accident or not, she took someone's life.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He has, his family has to deal with it for way more than 10 years, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
If he's got kids and all that
bad
stuff.
Situation. Really bad situation.
But yeah.
Yeah. That's just the problem. That's the thing to think about if you're carrying a gun, whether you're a police officer or not. I mean, those decisions.
Yeah.
That's a big that's a big deal. That's a big part of like why you should get like training if you're going to carry a gun. You think you're just going to carry a gun and like you'll handle it. No, you make fucking stupid decisions like that. And she's a fucking cop.
Yeah.
Like she's had training and she still made a fucking like really terrible decision. Yeah. Now she's going to jail.
That's why I think it'd probably be irresponsible to get a carry permit and carry a gun if you haven't really been through some other additional training to that. I think it might be a little irresponsible.
I think it depends on the situation. I mean, like, say you're a female or even a male, and somebody's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you." Next time I see you, like, okay. Well, you probably should just be carrying a gun.
That's fair.
But whether you're a police officer or anybody, if you think someone's inside of a room that's going to kill you, you probably just shouldn't go in that room, whether you have a gun or not.
That's true.
It's a terrible decision.
That's true. Yeah, I'm probably that's a tough one to me too, because like there's a lot of situations where if somebody were to mug you or something like or somebody was and you're able to just give up your wallet and be safe, like you'd probably give up your wallet. But like I have a bit of pride where it's like it makes me not even want to do that, like
yeah.
Like
a lot of people have that pride, but it's that pride
it can get you killed.
The thing is, if someone's robbing you at gunpoint and you whatever, they don't shoot you and you shoot them and kill them, you're still going to lose way more than was in that. Unless you're just fucking balling, you're going to lose way more than money is in that wallet. Dealing with shit.
That's a good point.
That makes me think of that that podcast I was listening to earlier, the Joe Rogan episode, where he was talking to Bill Burr about how he's raising his kids to do martial arts and defend themselves and stuff like that. And he got some Joe Rogan got some shit about posting a video about some kid getting in a fight, like this bully or whatever. This other kid just defended himself and whooped that bully's ass or whatever, and he took some flack for it. But he was talking about how important it was to him for his kids, his daughters and stuff like that, to be able to defend themselves and kind of get familiar with feeling kids' aggression and know what to do in that situation and how to handle themselves. And then Bill Burge just, anyways, Joe started talking about his history and how he became, like, he used to get bullied and then, took up martial arts and is now what he considers to be, or considers himself to be a master of that jiu-jitsu and all that, whatever.
Well, people that haven't took martial arts or anything like that, all they see it is you're learning how to kick someone's ass.
Right.
And that's not true. You're learning a discipline.
Right.
And the thing that happens, whether you're taking a martial arts class or a firearms class or anything, like, once you know that you can handle a situation, that makes you understand the consequences of that situation.
Right.
Like, when you learn how to fight, you understand if you get in a fight, you're probably still going to get punched. You're probably still going to get fucked up. And like, it's like,
you're less likely to get
I could fuck this guy up, but I don't, like, it's just not worth it to me. So I'm just going to walk away. Whereas the untrained guys got way too much pride and like, I'm going to fuck this guy up and I'm going to be John Wick.
You have more respect for
who, Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse, and I'm just going to roundhouse kick this motherfucker.
I thought it was funny though, because
yeah, like, it ain't happening.
I thought it was funny because Rogan was just like, he was tired of living that lifestyle, so he learned how to defend himself, because he's just like, I'm gonna become that guy who's gonna not take any more shit. And the Bill Burr was cracked me up, because he was just like, I did the exact opposite. And he said I learned all the cowardly techniques to avoid that shit. Or how to bend over and just take it. No, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
That's how I got into comedy. I learned how to make them laugh jokes, so they didn't kick my ass.
Yeah, no, that's funny.
And fall down. I don't have a pussy.
No. Knowing though that you have that you could kick someone's ass makes you always got that in your back pocket. You don't have to get out in front of it and try to, like, that with theatrics and make them think you can.
Well, you
could just kind of resolve the situation, diffuse it.
Yeah, with any discipline like that, it kills the ego.
Right.
Like, you just, like, they're like, I can kick your ass. You're like, whatever, because you don't care.
Right.
Like, and because too, I mean, with any fight, like, you've seen, like, maybe he could.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe he could. And I mean, even if you're well more trained than this guy is, he might just get a lucky shot.
Yeah, BJ Penn got knocked out in a bar fight recently. The video leaked to the internet.
Really?
Yeah, and the UFC cut him too, because he had one more fight before they were going to cut him.
Dude, he needed.
They went ahead and cut him after that fight.
I love BJ Penn, but man, his fights.
He hasn't won a fight in 10 years, and he was like the most scary guy ever at one point.
He hadn't looked good in probably 8 years.
Yeah,
something like that. Like it's
sad.
I love him as a fighter, but
right, I love him. Yeah, as a fighter as well. Speaking of another fighter you love, and I know I always take it to MMA, but it's a real possibility.
It's time for MMA talk.
No, this is real quick though. It's a real possibility that George St. Pierre could make one more fight.
Dude, don't say he's going to fight who
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Dude, do not.
Listen,
not.
Here's why I'll tell you it's a real
Everybody's
possibility.
saying it is not going to happen.
Here's why I'll tell you it's possible.
And if it does happen, GSP will get his fucking ass kicked. Like
I'm listen, GSP, that everybody was saying it was
prime GSP. Prime GSP would be, oh man, you talk about a fucking fight of the damn century right there. But
well, so here's the reason why I think it's possible.
It is not possible.
If Khabib wins versus Tony Ferguson.
Why are you saying Khabib?
Dude,
it's certainly Khabib.
Khabib.
I'm pulling for Tony so hard in that fight.
Oh, yeah. Tony Ferguson has a real chance, more than anybody in a long time.
Absolutely.
You know what? I said Tony Ferguson, like, I thought he didn't have a chance, and then someone posted, like, the last opponents of each person and how fucked up all of Tony Ferguson's opponents were.
Dude,
like,
he murders people.
Like, I mean, because there were pictures like shit, what am I trying to say? When
before the ref pulls them off? Yeah.
No, when the ref has pulled them off, and they're like standing there and they're like, and winner by knockout or whatever. I mean, they are fucked up. They are fucked up. Like they are lucky to be standing fucked up.
Yeah, he's won like 11 or 12
I mean, Khabib
or something.
I mean, Khabib's a good fighter, and like his people didn't look great either. But I mean, dude, Tony Ferguson is like fucked his people up. And like after that, I started thinking about like because a lot of the fights in those pictures I had seen. And I'm like, you know what? It's time for me to stop underestimating this dude. I mean, he's fucking proved himself, and he may very well beat Khabib.
On the Ultimate Fighter, I mean,
yeah, I didn't like him on the Ultimate Fighter.
No, he was a douche on the Ultimate Fighter.
He's
and
a
I
douche
don't like him still, but I gotta respect him, you know. So,
yeah.
But anyways, the let's say Khabib wins, George St. Pierre just did like a 72-hour water fast, and like seeing the
I saw that on Instagram.
Dude, he looked sickly in that picture, by the way. But I mean, that makes me think he can make 55 if he has to get that fight.
But why? I mean, make 55, yeah, but
can you imagine if he were to win, though? He'd be the first person to win belts at 170, 185, and 155.
Man, it ain't the time.
He'd be a triple champion.
If it was a not so like that's got to be one of the most competitive weight classes in the entire UFC.
Oh yeah,
except for maybe like light heavyweight.
This
might be the only other one.
I think if he'd come back and fought Conor, he might have actually had a better chance.
Oh yeah,
yeah. GSP could
take him to the ground.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Conor's great, but I'm saying he'd have a better.
But has GSP ever fought at that weight though? Has he ever fought that light?
No, not that light.
No.
So we don't even know
what he would look like at that weight.
I mean, GSP, of course. I mean, he's a man of technique for sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, technique is going to go with you to any weight class.
Conor because we haven't seen him win in a long time. There was a point where Conor was like looked terrifying too, and if he comes back and does a few things, he could look terrifying again.
The thing with Conor though was like Conor, when it came to his stand up, I felt like he was dominant in a stand up, but when he went to the ground, I know he's got some submissions and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but when it came to facing somebody who's like a pure wrestler, I don't know how he would do.
Conor could have still never beat GSP because GSP just always had the reach. He always kept everybody away, and then
jab you to death.
Right,
like he did Koscheck,
and then he would jab, and then fuck you up with something that you thought was going to be a jab, and then he wouldn't let you take him down. Didn't he like still have like the best takedown defense? Like
it's pretty incredible
in the fucking. And then if he takes you down, well.
Good luck.
You're fucking over.
Good luck.
Except for Khabib. Like Khabib is probably got better jiu-jitsu than GSP does.
Or that ground game wrestling. Yeah, wrestling. I just said
wrestling,
boy.
Oh, all right.
Piss. Y'all peed before. I didn't. That was a amateur move for me.
Oh, sweet. Me and Levi could talk about video games.
Hey, I'll come back and talk about video games. I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh shit! Yeah, you've actually been playing more video games than either one of us.
Yeah, I've been playing the least by far.
I've been playing some. All right.
I saw you were on Destiny 2 yesterday.
Yeah, I decided to like give it another try because they moved it
DLC
and there's like an update and stuff. So I decided to play it again.
I can't get in it. I never could, even when I bought the first one, and I like one thing that pissed me off right from the get go was that you couldn't pause the game. And I was like,
well, because it's an online game. But that's kind of why it's because I did you see that I got Borderlands 3?
But if I want to play offline, I want to play offline. I don't want to be 100% online all the time.
No, you don't have that option on Destiny. But I think that's why I kind of decided. Like I said, I got Borderlands 3, and
Borderlands 3 looks great.
I was enjoying playing it, but at the same time, like I don't have any friends that play it, and so I could try to get on Discord and like try to find people
for Borderlands.
Yeah, but with Destiny, it just throws you in with people.
How much is Borderlands right now? Because
Borderlands 3 it's $60.
Yeah, so I was kind of torn because
hey, if you want to play though, the Borderlands 3, the first two didn't do this, but it'll sync your levels. So like you can be level 1 and I can be level whatever I'm at right now,
and then
we can play this. No, we'll just play the same stuff, and it'll be like equal difficulty for both of us. And when guns and stuff drop, when I like my guns that drop, they'll be whatever my level is, and they'll be whatever your level is.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
I don't know.
We can play it.
I've been kind of torn on getting anything that's had a story to it. Just I got third kid and
understand.
Trying to figure out the time. I've still been playing Rocket League off and on, and I barely even playing that. But I did. They started.
What's good about Borderlands though is like you're not, and that's why I play it because I got a lot of shit going on right now. So like I don't. Like I can just quit,
right.
I'm not like tied in. Like, well, let me get to a save point. Let me get to a cutscene. Right, like I don't have to worry about all that shit. I just fucking play. No, yeah, I'm gonna pour it. Do you want another one, Levi?
No,
Are you good?
Save off right there. But I will say one thing we talked about in the last podcast was Kingdom Hearts, and I went back and bought for the PS4 Kingdom Hearts: The Story So Far, which is all the DLC and all the other little add-on games of for the first two for the remastered for the PS4.
Man.
And I've been playing with that with the girls, and
dude, I should do that.
Kids love it, man. Because I
was wanting to get the third one to play with my kids, but then everybody talked about that. It sucks so much,
right? So I've got Zoe into it, my oldest one, and she's been she's been loving it. I mean, she goes to New World. She's like, man, oh, now we're going to Aladdin, and she's so excited about getting to the Nightmare Before Christmas. She can't hardly stand it.
Dude, I'm gonna do that. How much? So
I bought it for $25,
and you got to download it.
Second one. Well, I bought it at Walmart. Actually, they had the hard copy. You could buy the digital copy for the same price. Actually, Amazon had it for fairly cheap. At Steam, it was actually $35 on Steam for whatever reason.
You can buy it on Steam? I thought it was a PlayStation exclusive.
Wait. Correction. No, I was talking about the PlayStation Store.
PlayStation Store.
Sorry,
okay.
But
I'm gonna get that then because I was really looking forward to that.
And I still may buy the third one despite the bad reviews because my kids just want to.
They
want to do Tangled. They want to do
for
Frozen.
Anybody listening that doesn't know. Kingdom Hearts is a RPG that
Squaresoft
come out for the first one come out for PlayStation 2, but it's Final Fantasy characters, all of them. You know this, TJ? Is this brand new information to you?
No, I know about it. I know a little bit about it.
Okay, it's all Final Fantasy characters from like all the games and like almost all the Disney characters are from a bunch of Disney movies, and they're mashed up together into this one story. And it's like I was like, the first one been out for a while before I gave it a chance.
So it's been and it's been 13 years since the sequel. Kingdom Hearts 3 came out from the second one, which is
Kingdom Hearts 2 came out.
Yeah.
You said 3.
Well, 3
just came out.
From 2 was
13 was that much time?
Okay.
13 years.
Yeah.
And the main character is just a made-up character, though.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
It's a new protagonist made specifically for this game.
The way the game works is you travel to different worlds, and each world you travel to is a different Disney movie.
It's like you're going to Disney World.
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, it really is.
The world you start on is a made-up world.
Okay.
And you have these characters in it, and then they leave, and then. But I mean, the way it all goes is like just like a Final Fantasy. I mean, there's all the Disney princesses, like when they come together, they have this power or something. Special, and then the antithesis to that is like the whatever. There's like the enemies, and like they're all the Disney enemies. And then like Mickey is like some fucking like crazy Jedi.
He's like Yoda in this game.
Yeah, he's like the Yoda, and like it's just ridiculous. Like it sounds like the dumbest thing.
I will tell you, I watched a YouTube like recap video of the story plot, and the story plot for this game is so fucking stupid. It's not even worth explaining.
It's not. It's not dumb if you just play the first one, the second one. The thing is, they made
fucked it up.
They made 1,000 Game Boy games, and they tried to tie that all into the main story. And that's what fucked it all up.
Right. Agreed. Because the first two just by itself was pretty straightforward. But when they added all the DLC and all the other weird games that they did, it muddied the waters so much that it's just like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, I watched the thing where it's trying to do a synopsis. I'm like, this is dumb. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
But if you it's like Lady in the Water.
If you just
like trying to explain that
fuck
to somebody,
all that
I mean,
and
just fucking stupid.
And just play the first game, play the second game, it's fine. It's 100% fun. There's no
makes sense. Yeah.
Well, let me tell y'all, I've been playing this Red Dead Redemption 2. First video game I've gotten in a long time.
I know, and I've been wanting to play that.
Dude, I'll tell you what I'm blown away with. And I just don't play a ton of games now, so this may be commonplace, but just as an example, I'm riding across the range and I move into like a swampy area.
Give a like what kind of game is this for anybody that's not played this game?
This is a Western game. The setting would be like it feels like a spaghetti Western almost. Are
you in America?
TJ, you know this information.
It's in America, but it's like a made up.
What's
that?
It's
not a real place.
What's that Italian guy? You know this knowledge.
Sergio Leone.
There you go. Throw it down there for the listeners.
Yeah. So no, you're riding across. I'm riding across, and I move into a swampy area. I'm not on a mission. I'm just exploring around. You can create missions wherever, but I see there's an alligator. So I pull out my bow and arrow because I want to kill the alligator with the least amount of damage to his skin.
Do you think anyone's ever killed an alligator with a bow and arrow?
No, fuck no, man. I don't know.
I bet somebody has.
Do you think? Well, hold on. I don't mean to derail. I want you to keep going on this. But do you think there's like, Indians that were over in America just like fucking, tearing up gators down in Florida?
I bet there were.
There were some Seminoles.
There were Indians.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, they were down in Florida. I bet they were killing gators.
They were killing gators. I'm sure.
So maybe they.
But they do it with a bow and arrow. They just like tomahawk. Throw like a stone tomahawk right at his fucking head. I don't
Shoot
know.
them. Shoot him, Liz. No, so I'm going across, and I modified the arrow in the crafting mode to where it would be
armor piercing kind of thing.
Be a little stronger. So you modify it with like a feather from a bird I've killed previously.
Don't you love that kind of shit when you can like do that kind of stuff in a game?
It's awesome.
I know.
So I've got this where it's got more killing power, and I kill this gator with a few arrows. And what goes faster? So
sure.
No, we're talking about a video game. We don't give a shit about none of this.
Yeah. So
we just go with
skin him and the skinning is crazy. Like you really dig in and pull this off. And I've got it wrapped up, and it's too big. Like some pelts you can put it away, but this one's big, so you got to put it on the back of your horse. And then I'm riding. I'm going to go to town. And I'm going to sell this among other things that I've collected to make a little extra money, so I can go play poker. This is my whole goal. I'm just telling you how big this game is. This story is just to tell you how massive this is. So I've killed this gator. I wrapped up his pelt, and it's on the back of the horse. I'm going to town to sell him so I can have money to go play poker, so I can try to make more money out of this deal.
Yeah.
And I'm riding across, and some guy on a horse is coming across, and he falls off his horse right in front of me. and he's been shot in the arm, and he's like, "Oh, help me!" So I jump off.
This is a fucking trap. There are
traps like that.
This is bait as fuck.
But this one wasn't. This
you didn't hear no gunshot.
This is bait AF right here.
He was really hurt. I pick him up, and I go to put him on the horse, but my alligator pelt is already back there.
Well,
so
sorry, buddy.
Yeah, no. So the alligator pelt knocks off, and I'm like, well, shit, I can't leave it. I start feeling like I'm really in this world now. Like I'm
having to make a moral decision.
Like I have to make a moral decision here.
My poker money or this guy's life.
So I leave the pelt there, and I take him to the doctor. I'm freaking riding hard in town
because maybe you can get back to your pelt.
That's my thinking here. I take him into the doctor. And this is just, I want you to know, it never stops to load. I don't know if video games, I played video games
seamless
as a kid,
transition.
and everything you have to load. But I'm riding into town. I take him into the doctor. The doctor meets me at the door, goes, "Oh, come back here." And he runs back in the back room, says, "Put him in this chair." I put him in the chair. The doctor looks at him, says, "Oh, this isn't good." Sedates him, and then amputates his fucking arm, saws it off. Oh! And I'm watching this whole thing. And well, before that, the guy like reached in with his other arm.
Why would he amputate that fast? There's no way gangrene set in fucking 30 minutes.
But the guy gave me some money, like, "Thank you for taking me." So I did make some money out of the deal.
He's the herb dean of doctors.
That's right. He comes in too quick and stops it. No, he saws off the arm and it falls into a bucket. And I leave and go back. I spend the next 30 minutes looking for this pelt. I can't remember where I came from, so I can't.
Oh, you didn't mark it? Can you mark it on the map?
I probably could have, but I didn't think about it.
It probably would have been gone
my point
anyways.
is, I did all this goddamn shit, and it never once had to load.
Well, now, I have a question now, and I don't want to cut you off, but the when you went back into town or whatever, did you see this guy, did you see this guy walking around with walking around with a fucking nub walking around town?
I never saw him again.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
I'm curious about that. Yeah.
But what I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted.
Damn it!
Damn it! I just fucking with. But what I think is interesting is nothing that you did was like a story mission, a story, anything.
No,
like
the story's cool. I mean, it's fine, but it's like all this stuff. Like I have so much fun just hunting different animals, and
I find
this game is a Rockstar game, which and they've been perfecting this shit for a while with Red Dead Redemption 1 and all the Grand Theft Autos.
Yeah.
And then Bethesda's been, like that's the funnest part about playing Skyrim is or Fallout is people talk like the story is like kind of not that great, but when people start posting like their good times online and people start talking with each other about it, it's always shit like you just talked about.
Yeah.
It's like I was doing a thing and then something happened, like I was fighting a dragon, and lo and behold, a goddamn bear come up and started trying to do that. And then the dragon got pissed at the bear, and the bear left me alone. Then I'm watching a dragon and a bear fighting, and I should be running away, but I got to figure out who the fuck's going to win this fight. So I sat here and watched the two fight, and the bear actually killed a fucking dragon, believe it or not. And then he comes running back at me, and I can't get back on my horse fast enough, and the bear kills me. And you're like, this is fucking hilarious.
Bear beats dragon.
This kind of shit is just like fucking hilarious. Like that's what makes those kind of like with their open world games.
Yeah.
And people that do them right, like the one you're playing and some of the other ones, like that kind of shit is because you can just have hours of fun.
Well, I
just
like
doing
it.
that kind of shit.
I like it too because those style games you can kind of take on a different persona than your actual life. Because some people look at those games as like an escape. Because like Grand Theft Auto, you can be like, well, you know what? I'm gonna be a coke dealer. I'm gonna be a pimp. I'm gonna do whatever I want to. Yeah, just be this random ass person. It's that kind of Ready Player One scenario. But at the same time, like on the Western. I find it interesting that you still chose to do the moral thing and help that guy out.
Dude, I can't. I'm the opposite of you. I would have
killed
that
dude. Took shit.
Oh, I would have done exactly what TJ done. I'd have been like, "Fuck, I've got to leave my like I can't do it. Like I cannot. Every time that I play a game like like even like an RPG, like Dragon Age or Knights of the Old Republic or something like that, and I'm like, this is my evil playthrough. And as soon as like the first like friend of mine like has this kind of disappointed dialogue, like, well, I thought we were gonna help these people, but I guess I know where you stand. I'm like, quit this whole fucking save. We're gonna start over from the beginning. Like I can't do this. Like I can't.
But see,
like nope.
But see, it's those scenarios in the game, like TJ was just talking about, like like that guy fell off his horse or whatever. Well, what the fuck were you doing where you got shot, bro? Like, did you just rob a bank?
In real life, would you ask that? Like there was a woman I helped her with a tire the other day. Should I have said like, hey, listen, were you really rotating these tires often enough?
That is like loud as fuck.
Yeah, sorry.
Here you go.
No, you're good.
Put it on top of his notebook. It probably won't be loud then. Yeah, there you go.
But I mean, you're right. I mean, I wouldn't ask that question in life, but at the same time in the game, I'm just like,
you want to sell that pelt?
At the same time, man, I worked hard for that fucking pelt, man. Fuck you, and just leave him there.
So Levi's actually like that in online games with other people. Levi's the nicest dude ever, but man, when it comes to Rocket League, he's like, look at this fucking stupid ass, fucking trying to knock the ball in. And fucking missing, and I'm like, dude, I missed like 13 times. Levi's like, no, you're doing great.
That's right, Chad. No, yeah, I'm like,
he was like, you tried. No, that was real close. That was real close, Chad. You're fucking getting it.
It's different, Chad. You my boy, Chad. You ride or die.
He was like, fuck this motherfucker. He ain't helping us at all. And I'm like, I'm not. Like, he's got to.
His score's better than me.
Yeah, like I'm last in scoring on all this.
So
Levi's a different person.
I'll tell you, I had a mission though. My kids, I let them play, and judge me for whatever you will. I'm not so concerned with the language and the death and all that stuff in the game. I just let them play.
As long as there ain't no fucking, we're not gonna have that.
Yeah.
Dad, look, I took this prostitute in the saloon.
You can, when you go to a hotel, you can pay for a bath and take a bath, and then you can pay for a deluxe bath where a woman comes in and bathes you.
But you don't get to have sex with her?
No,
I'm surprised.
No, but you can
with Rockstar. I mean, you were able to pick up hookers in fucking Grand Theft Auto 3.
I haven't. I mean, I didn't see the
that's like 2001.
I didn't see any button combination that allowed me to have sex with her yet. But I'll report back next episode.
I don't think they do cheat codes anymore. It's generally just kind of there.
Game Genie.
Yeah.
So my kids would play, and my oldest daughter was playing, and she would ride by someone, and anytime like anyone would say anything cross to her, she would just kill them and throw their body. She would throw their body off of the bridge.
Yes.
So she would like kill them, put them on the back of the horse, carry them to this tall bridge, and throw them off.
She's a fucking troll, man. Trolling to its finest.
It's hilarious, and so it makes it like keeps like a meter, like how your reputation is, and it was going so far dark that it really annoyed me. So I was trying to like get it back to the good side.
You're like, how long I'm gonna have to do, like how much good shit I gotta do tomorrow.
I know. And so
you gotta start your own save.
They were at their mom's, and I worked on this, and I got it back to pretty good. I paid off some of my where I was wanted, and you can pay off some of this money to like get yourself back where you're not wanted in every town you go into. And then my kids come back, and my middle daughter plays it, and like immediately, as soon as she plays it, somehow she freaking like gets the law after her, gets like shot up by the police and everything. I'm like, God dang, what did you do?
Did they come in? They're like, hey, Daddy, you got that murder game we've been enjoying?
No, I still think they enjoy like Minecraft and stuff like that better. And
you got to get their own save. You got to start a new game that gets past like the intro
and just let them go
and just like here's y'all's world. Y'all do whatever.
Right now I'm just kind of letting us play on the same save and who cares? But it is annoying sometimes.
Well, I'll tell you on the Grand Theft Auto 5 because I bought it for the PlayStation and started playing it with a guy from work for a little while there. And thing about it is you can literally do anything you want. Like it's pretty wide open. You can be a pot dealer. You can have a weed farm. You can have people doing a delivery service for Coke. I mean, you can do anything you want to. And now they've even opened up a DLCs where you can
be a good role model.
You can own your casino. Yeah, everything's dirty. I mean, yeah, I'm not opening up a bakery selling bread or nothing like that. You want to go to
Big Brothers and Big Sisters of America?
No, but I feel like they're missing out on a market there because I feel like if you incorporated what Rockstar's doing and made like a Sims version of that where you can just live out a secondary life online doing whatever the fuck you want to, people would buy into that so hard. They really would. But on that game, like it got so crazy. Like one of the things you can buy online is a flying DeLorean, and it's got machine guns and missiles on it. So people would
better than the DeLorean in the movie.
Will fucking troll you on this game, and all of a sudden you just pop up into the world, and you're just like, man, all right, I'm gonna check in on my business, see how much kush I'm selling, and then all of a sudden you just get lit up. Lit up by a fucking flying DeLorean with missiles. And you're just
I don't
want to
play that then. Yeah, like how. Like, I'm going to be playing my realistic game, my weed farm, and I got shot up by a goddamn flying DeLorean.
So it's exactly. I mean, that's how crazy it got. It's like fucking Marty and them got me, man. I can't go anywhere.
Marty the professor.
Yeah, what the fuck?
But the thing about that is like you can do like a Warcraft thing. You can go passive and they can't touch you. But in order to do your missions, you have to go, live. And people can fuck with you as soon as you're there. So you're like looking for a server. Right? There's only 2 people in this server besides me. I can actually get some shit done.
Fuck that. I don't want to play that.
That's why I quit playing.
That shit pisses me off. Like it's fine if you're playing to like kill each other, but
hey, dude, I love some streams. Some people do is some people on Grand Theft Auto 5 will take a stream and that you can actually become a cop and get a cop car and be registered as a cop and just go around and just arresting people. It is fucking awesome seeing these guys like arrest other players and like it puts them on like a ban where they can't do some shit for a while. It's like, yeah, keeping it alive, breaking my balls here, Mac, breaking my balls, and just playing cop. It's
awesome. How far Grand Theft Auto's come when we were playing
top down,
bird's eye view.
The first one, we played the first one a lot.
Yeah. That's funny. Can I have my notepad back?
Yeah, absolutely.
I hate to break it to y'all, but
shit, I was about to take a leak.
It's time for the Tales of the Guano.
Shit!
Here you go.
You ready for that?
I'm ready.
Oh, there was something I wanted to bring up before that. It's video game related, but did y'all see they released a tiny Sega Genesis, like the Mini-Sega Genesis now?
Yeah, I'm not excited about that.
I wasn't a Sega guy, but
what's
I
on it?
That was neat.
I mean,
Sonic
and
Sonic 2.
Sonic 2.
and a lot of stuff you can get on other games, other consoles.
Tekken, I don't know. Shit, I mean
Tekken.
That's like when they did a mini PlayStation. It was fucking terrible.
You got to pee? You got to pee? Too bad to start the Tales of the Guano?
Not too bad.
The thing with the PlayStation, like classic, the throwback, not me and Darrell, the Tales of the Guano, but the like what iconic games did the first PlayStation have that were just like signature that people wanted to play?
Final Fantasy VII,
Metal Gear Solid,
and Crash Bandicoot,
Resident Evil 1 and 2, 3.
There's a lot. A lot.
I guess that's more than what I'm thinking. But at the same time,
Devil May Cry 1.
Was Devil May Cry on that one?
No, that was PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
PlayStation 2.
To me, the PS2 was more revolutionary than the PS1.
Twisted Metal.
Oh, Twisted Metal.
I think Twisted Metal actually was on it though.
Yeah, you're right.
On the
Twisted
Mini.
Metal 2 was on the PlayStation 1 too.
But I mean, I think it was on the Mini
that
they
released.
released.
Was what consumed my time with PlayStation 1. Because it was the first time football actually became
Gran
3D.
Turismo.
I played Tecmo Bowl before that, but then Troy Aikman football on Super Nintendo, and then after that it was.
But I'm just saying, like when PlayStation came out, it was just like, man, Madden took a.
Oh shit! Scratch the Tales of the Guano. There's something I wanted to do first.
Shit, I'm definitely gonna have to pee them for
the Tales of the Guano. Yeah, but you can do this first though.
Okay.
Eating challenge and it doesn't suck.
Oh god.
Okay.
So I
You just pulled this.
It's
like
in a brown paper bag. I'm not excited about
you
that.
just pulled it like from someone. Like you're like a cartoon character. Like you just whipped this
got
out
a
of
magic
nothing.
hat.
It's not like a video game character. Like,
yeah,
hey,
just like
shotgun.
Like, here you go. Yeah.
I'm gonna change this out. I want to show you all a video of what we're gonna be eating here. Or play you a video of this real quick. Play a video of this real quick.
Play a video.
You think I'd have had this queued up? Okay. I wanted to make sure I pronounced this right. I went into a Russian store that I seen, and I was like, I want to get a Russian candy for us to try and see.
He said it's not going to suck.
What that's like? I mean, it shouldn't suck.
Okay,
it's a Russian candy.
They have a lot of weird
it's the
fish
most popular one. So here's this guy here, and he's telling us how to pronounce it. All right, we just got some new candy. What's it called?
Alyonka.
Alyonka. All right, great. Thank you. So that's the guy. Alyonka is the name of the candy. And
tastes
here
like
it is.
communism.
Oh, this is a video you took. This is not a YouTube video.
No.
Where'd you get this shit?
It was some Russian store. So here's
a baby face on it.
What?
Here's this, and I looked this up.
This is a baby that looks like younger than Levi's youngest daughter.
It was when she came out.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna put this up.
So it's a Russian confectionery.
Look at that thing.
It's the most popular candy in all of Russia.
Yeah, it looks good. It focused right in.
Yeah. It's so produced in 1965. This is one of the most famous chocolate bars from the company. Today, they're still just as popular as when they arrived on the market. Alyonka can be described as a long, thin bar of chocolate weighing 100 grams. The bar is subdivided into 3 by 5 tiles. So we have just the individual tiles, one of those a piece, each of which has the name of the factory imprinted on it in Russian. So open one up and we'll see if it's imprinted in Russian on the candy bar.
All the ingredients list on the back is 100% Russian.
I don't see shit imprinted on it.
Okay. Well, we have like a fun size here. We don't have like the standard size, so maybe it's a little different.
Yeah.
Okay.
The wrapper depicts a blue-eyed girl wearing a traditional Russian headscarf who is presumably Alyonka, an enduring form of the name Alonia. The illustration is based on a photograph of the daughter of one of the artists working at the factory. Though many women have claimed to have been the famous child, the company denies that the image was based on a real girl. So I also read a story about a woman suing the company, claiming that it was a picture of her from when she was a kid. But they deny that it's that. So
interesting. So where'd you get this?
I was somewhere in Nashville, and I ate. I had lunch just like at an Applebee's or something. And when I came out, there was this Russian market.
I love this, man.
And I thought, let me just go in there and see what it's like.
I've not ate it, but I love eating like weird random ass shit like this just to try it out.
Y'all going the whole thing in one bite?
No, take a bite halfway through.
I got to have a cross section. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going the whole thing in one bite.
All right.
Y'all can suck it. Oh, crunchy.
Yeah, it's Kit Kat ish. What's the filling though?
I don't know.
More chocolate?
It's like got something white, like a white line in there. See that, Chin?
Yeah, that's the crispiness.
Yeah.
That's the wafer.
Yeah.
It's like dark chocolate and a line of wafer and then like milk chocolate inside of that.
Yeah. I'll tell you, it's not as good as anything we have. Like I could get a Twix, a Snickers, even a Milky Way, and I think I would like better than this.
Dude, that's the first piece of candy I've had in so fucking long. It tastes pretty fucking great to me.
But it's not bad. I'm just saying I think that I like our stuff better.
Oh yeah, American candy is where it's
at.
at.
The chocolate tastes good though. The chocolate flavor of the chocolate tastes good.
I'm telling you, if I was being ruled by Stalin and I was starving to death and I was watching my family members die around me, that'd be one of the best things I ever ate.
100%. 100%. Alyonka.
All right. Well, I gotta take a leak now.
I'll take a leak.
That was all I had.
I think the concept of it.
Take off your headphones. Okay.
I think the concept of it is not bad. I just think
we'll try you another one, man.
I think the filling, if it were like softer or like a caramel.
But it is soft chocolate. It's softer than the outside.
That's true, but I mean, you have the crunchiness or whatever. I feel like it needs like, I don't know. For me, any kind of candy I have, I prefer if it has some form of nuts in it, some extra crunch to it.
Yeah, you like nuts.
I like, love nuts, man. Nuts is where it's at.
Yeah, so essentially, I just walked into the Russian market. Was like, I don't want to get anything gross.
I don't know if I kind of want to save this for Amanda. I want
All right, save that for her. That's sweet. That's sweet. You'll save it for his wife. Let her try it.
Yeah, have some baby face chocolate.
It's good stuff, man. It's good.
It is good. It's not bad. I mean,
that's your kind of thing, man. Trying something from another country, right?
Dude. When I went in the world market, that was my jam. Like, hey, what kind of weird shit you got over here where I can try out? Let's get into the world market shit and see what kind of weird things we can find, like Japanese sodas, weird candies and stuff like that. Like,
what's with that Japanese soda that has the ball that drops into it? What's the deal there?
It's something about the style of the bottles. It was just something they originally created to where it was carbonated instantly. So you're getting a fresh carbonation.
So it's not carbonated before that ball drops into it.
I don't know that fully, but the way I understand is that it reacts to the air, and the marble that just drops down is just something to catch that air seal
and bring it down.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But it's a shitty design because when you start drinking, the marble gets caught up in the top.
And then
when you try drinking, it stops flowing. You're just like, okay, this is dumb.
Maybe we're supposed to use a straw.
But they do have some odd flavors. There's a fruit. I can't think of what the name of it is. It's pretty common in like Asian culture. Not a fruit you'd find in America.
Really? Something I've heard of?
Yeah. Shit, I can't even think about it. It's like a weird
dragon fruit.
No, not dragon fruit. Something short. Chad, you know of like an Asian fruit that is in like some sodas and stuff like that? That is not very common. It's not found in America. I know it's a weird ass fucking question, but I mean that's just
I don't know, like pomegranate in soda.
Yeah,
we were talking about those Japanese sodas with the marble drops in it, and it once you open it, it becomes carbonated.
Yeah, I find it pretty quick.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah,
other than like dragon fruit and pomegranate.
That's what I
like
said.
all those weird things, like
because it sounds Asian.
Yeah. Dragon.
I can't remember. You gotta
or
like Cisco. The dragon.
Oh, unleash the dragon. Unleash the dragon. Like, why don't you just go back to the thong song?
Dude, I still like the thong song when it comes on. It's like, oh shit, that's a good song.
There's some of those old songs like that.
I
remember that a long time.
Lychee.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I couldn't think of it. So
didn't think of it. It was on the tip of my tongue.
I'll pull it up. Have you ever heard of lychee?
I've never heard of it.
I think it's kind of like a pear. I think. Now, until I pull it up, and it's not anything like a fucking pear.
It looks like a dragon fruit. What I'm seeing, like a raspberry with
weird
white on the inside.
It's like a spiky strawberry.
Yeah,
but it's like an onion on the inside.
Yeah, that's gross looking.
Huh. It's real sweet tasting though. It's different. I've had gummies that taste like it, like Sour Patch Kid looking things.
That's good stuff. Hey, you know what time it is now?
Tales of the Guano. Turn up the volume on your iPad for you.
It's up. Oh, was it not up?
No, it wasn't up.
Can't do that raspiness that TJ throws in on there.
Oh, it was? It sounded low.
It's time for the Tales of the Guano.
There we go.
There you go, boys.
What kind of
All right, so number one. So did you guys see the fan that had the sign up behind like NFL Game Day or something that said he was essentially looking for beer money?
Yeah, I've heard it. I think I've heard a lot of this story.
So
yeah, this is really silly.
So
like it's your typical.
So the guy's sign actually says Bush Light Supply needs replenishment, and he put his Venmo information. And I guess people watching at home were like, it'd be funny to send that guy $5 or something, you know? And and a lot of people started thinking that.
How much money you make?
And so he ended up making $3 million.
What?
What? It all started with a man holding up a sign for beer money on TV. Now that he's raised almost $3 million in donations for a children's hospital, he decided at some point not to spend it on beer, and he would start giving it to charity.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me do a chat right here. You're fucking with me, right?
right. I think initially it was a ton, but then when he announced that he was going to give it to charity because he got so much, he got even more started coming in.
I've approached this all wrong. This is what I'm doing at the next game I go to.
You're going to go there.
Yeah.
Put my Venmo number. I need beer.
I know you've been going to work like an asshole, and you've just been holding up a sign.
Yeah. I've been doing it all wrong.
With your PayPal email on it.
Yeah. So anyways, this guy just showed up with a sign that said, Bush Light Supply needs replenishment and gave his Venmo number, and he wound up raising freaking $2.95 million. So $3 million essentially.
Dude, what the fuck?
And you've been just going to work and being a good guy. Like,
yeah,
what the hell's wrong with you?
that's better than the lottery. Hey, guess what I did, man? I asked for beer money and I got it.
Yeah. Hey,
$3 million.
What? This isn't the end of the story.
What? Is there more to the story? I didn't read the whole thing. Here.
See, this is the problem. You're just reading the title.
So I'll tell you what. When I read the story, when I was preparing for this, it wasn't $3 million. It was much lower, and I read that whole story. But then I was getting this queued up, and I saw it was more money. So I just thought it was the same story, but he raised more money.
The story takes a crazy different direction. Like, and I don't know it well enough to like tell the whole thing. But apparently in the reporting of all this, some reporters started digging through this guy's Twitter feed and found something from like 6 years ago that he tweeted that was like maybe like not racist, right? But like maybe homophobic or something, like mildly that.
Yeah.
So then they started turning on him. Then like, because what was it, like a Bud Light or something, like give him a whole bunch of beer because of all this.
Yeah.
They started pulling out, like the people that he was donating the money to, like refused the money. Like this story takes a crazy different direction.
Okay.
We're only at the tip of the iceberg of this thing. Yeah. But then like the reporter that reported this, he ended up getting like fired or something because like I'm not even exactly sure how it all goes.
It says it here. Controversy rocked the beer sign fundraiser last week when old racist tweets King had made years earlier were resurfaced, which is bad. They're resurfacing stuff in the past.
I hate that shit. I hate
Tuesday, Anheuser-Busch cut ties with King on Wednesday.
Right, because that was part of it too. They give him like free beer for like a long time. They give him like a fuck ton of beer.
So being racist today could affect your free beer in the future is a lesson learned here, kids.
Yeah.
The story took another turn when Twitter users discovered that Des Moines Register reporter who found King's tweets had also years earlier made offensive tweets of his own. The reporter is no longer with the paper. The controversy
he got himself fired.
The controversy didn't stop people from continuing to donate. The fundraiser went from $1.5 million on last Wednesday to $2.95 million on Tuesday, doubling in size, King said. There's just lots of great people out there. It's humbling, Carson said on Tuesday night. They know it's for the great cause of the Children's Hospital. It almost leaves you speechless. So, goodness gracious.
How old is this person? Anything related
he's
to
young,
that?
I don't know.
He looks around our age.
He looks like a young, good-looking dude. I don't know.
Man, I've been approaching life so wrong.
Yeah, you got to do that.
You wouldn't get shit because you would keep it and everybody knows it. So they wouldn't give you.
I'm here to tell you listeners right now. I'd keep a lot of it. I'm why nobody. You know what's gonna happen is you're gonna retire. You're gonna retire. I'm gonna be like Oprah, except I'm gonna say you're gonna retire.
What's your Venmo? You don't give your.
I don't have no Venmo. That's for.
I got a Venmo. All right. The next one is a Tennessee woman is suing NASA to keep moon dust she says Neil Armstrong gave her. Have y'all heard of this?
No.
Okay, let me read a little bit. A Tennessee woman is suing NASA to keep what she says is moon dust. Laura Sicko claims astronaut Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon, gave her a vial of moon dust when she was a child. The question now is whether she could be forced to give it back to NASA. Armstrong's 1969 moonwalk made him world famous, but not to 10-year-old Laura in 1972. My mom handed me my dad's business card, and she said, "Turn it over." And on the back was Neil Armstrong's autograph. Laura recalled, according to Laura, her father, Tom, was friends with the first man on the moon. I don't want to read this whole thing, but he ended up giving her a vial of dust from the moon.
Well, my initial response to that is the government needs to back the fuck off. That's her moon dust.
But a spokesperson for NASA told CBS News in an email that the agency was unable to comment. Space historian Robert Perlman was more talkative. Great claims require great evidence, and there's not a lot of great evidence in this case. He suspects Laura's moon dust is pixie dust, not real. He said Armstrong knew better than
I'm
to
calling
keep her
bullshit
lunar
on
material and never gave it away to anyone. To our knowledge, he never gave moon dust to his sons. He never gave moon dust to his first or second wife. He never gave moon
bullshit.
dust to his crewmates.
That's 100% bullshit.
I've worked with Buzz Aldrin. I know he doesn't have any. But Laura swears her dust and her story are real. A federal court could decide whether Laura is asking.
It's not fucking moon dust. There's no fucking way. Like they're the first mission to the moon ever, and they get back down, and you think like Neil Armstrong's got a vial of moon dust up his ass that nobody's like deciding
one vial, and he decides to give this little 10-year-old girl. Like that's the thing.
The thing is, how's he even gonna? If he's gonna give it to anybody, how's he gonna like get it out?
He would have to have a bucket, and then like be divvying it up to different.
Like
people.
when they get back, like they can't even walk, right? Like they're fucked up.
Yeah.
From being in space for so long.
So you think this?
So where's he hiding it? Like, it's not like he had a suitcase in there and he was like, "Let me put it in my underwear." Like, I'll cram it inside of one of my socks. And then
you think the lady though is full of shit, or do you think like her parents are fucking with her and
her parents are fucking with her?
It's like that reindeer feed that kids make at school with oatmeal and glitter and throw out in the fucking yard. It's one of those scenarios.
Yeah. Didn't what
you know what I'm talking
about? I can't think of any right now, but I know for a fact I've had them moments where I was like, oh yeah, you know, my parents something, and then I say it as an adult, and I'm like,
fuck.
That was like that was not
like,
that was not true. And at first you feel betrayed, and then you're like, well, that's kind of sweet. That's kind of nice that they did that. You know, like you don't like it's like this lady just never reached that epiphany.
And now she's fighting to prove it's really moon dust
because she's retarded. Like I don't know why NASA's fighting her. Like they got to know.
Well,
like there's no way.
Comment. They're like whatever. We got bigger fish to fry than this.
The probably only thing they're fighting is just the fact that letting her claim
that Neil Armstrong was stealing moon dust.
Yeah, they probably just don't want that out there. They probably don't even want to look at it. They're like, no.
Do y'all fake shit like that with your kids? Like, do y'all have any crazy things going on?
Not really. My wife's dad did something kind of cool. He bought these. When we all went to Florida together, he bought some like really cool seashells, and then like kind of just scattered them on the beach, and then let my daughter find them.
It was like on a beach where there wasn't a lot of shells.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's nice, man.
Yeah. So like he was just kind of like he was like, oh, let's go like get shells or whatever. And he was kind of walking in front of her. He would just kind of like throw them here or there. And of course, she was like 2 years old, so like she wasn't picking up on what was going on, but she was ecstatic. She thought she just hit the fucking mother load of like seashells. She'd been trying to find them all week.
Yeah.
This was like getting toward the end. And so, yeah, she was like bagging them up, and she thought that was like the coolest thing. So, like, yeah, like that kind of stuff's kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
But I bet in 10 years, where they're like, hey, look at this haul of seashells you got in one day at the beach. She'll be like,
those came from India.
This looks like they were bought in a store.
Right.
What's this barcode on this thing?
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. I never taught my kids about Santa Claus.
Me neither, so I'm with you on that.
But my stepdaughter, came into believing in it. I'm not gonna be like, come here, new stepdaughter.
You believe in Santa?
What an idiot! How dumb are you?
Oh my god!
So I kind of play with it a little bit, and
I bet that little dick dad of yours is the one that told you.
No, see, I don't go there. But
yes,
but it's kind of fun because like we'll put out carrots for the reindeer, and then I bite the carrots in half and leave some of them there, and and so she thinks like, oh, the reindeer bit this carrot in half.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Do you throw the carrots up on the roof?
No, we put a plate on the porch,
so they don't land on the roof. They land in the backyard.
I didn't really think this part
some weird.
But I'm just like, I'll take bites out of it and leave little pieces of carrot everywhere. It's pretty funny.
If I were in your situation, I could commit to that. But the part where I draw the line in the sand is the elf on the shelf. Fuck that.
Oh, we do the elf on the shelf.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, God dang it, Chad. Why?
So I'll tell you this. We have.
Does your oldest still believe?
My oldest is funny. She does not believe at all, but she'll be damned if she lets us know, because she thinks she sees all the adults and she's like, they don't get anything from Santa, so I'm keeping this charade up as long as I can. Because when she about the same age, she's about 2 years old, she had all these questions, and suddenly there is no questions.
That's
it's
hilarious.
just like, I can't wait till Santa gets here.
She knows.
Yeah, I know you know.
That's funny.
She ever give you a high five? Say thanks, Santa.
So my cousin Ryan, we were at Christmas Eve at my great grandmother's house, and I remember this conversation. I was like, "Do you believe in Santa Claus still?" Because we were like on both of the age where we were questioning, and he goes, "Nah, I really don't, but I don't say it too often because I feel like every time I admit that I don't believe, I get one less present."
So did you do the same thing? Did you stop like?
No, like I didn't. I at some point just questioned my parents, and they just came clean with the whole thing.
Yeah,
I just was like, listen, like I think it was because I saw my bike like the night before, so I was like, all right, man, listen, I walked in the wrong room and I saw this bike that I wanted. Santa Claus isn't real, is he? And they were like, nah, he's not.
I don't. There's only going to be a few more years I can keep it up. My youngest, because she just fucking believes everything. Like,
yeah,
there's no question in her mind. Like Santa, oh, yep. They told me it was there. Yep, right. He comes down the chimney. We don't have a chimney. Comes down the chimney. The parents said he did. I'm like, oh, she don't start questioning
they
this.
They address that in the Santa Claus, though. Don't they say he has like a skeleton key to get in different stuff? Like Tim Allen Santa Claus?
He went down like their, didn't he go down like their
vent?
Stove vent or something?
Okay,
Remember, he could turn the fog and kind of go down.
That's right.
You think there's any curious kids who grab that elf on the shelf and just rip its head off and just be like,
no,
nope.
If you touch it, it loses its magic.
It loses its magic.
Oh, is that what
that's the thing. You can't touch it.
Hey, we have elf.
Wouldn't like you want to touch it then? Then it can't communicate with Santa.
Well, then you don't get any presents.
So with the stepdaughter also.
Oh man, the lies compound themselves on each other. What kind of bullshit is this?
But okay, here's the thing. I agreed with you in the beginning, like because we got the elf on the shelf as a gift, and I was like, fuck that. We are not doing that shit. And my wife's like, yep, we are, and I'm like, okay. All right,
I give. All
right, I guess we are then. And but the thing is, like, when you do it so tongue in cheek, it's not like you're lying. Like you it's so ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's not like you're telling them like, like, oh, if you touch, like this is like, I don't know. I don't really know like what exactly to compare it to.
I'll tell you that. I'll tell you probably where you're trying to go. When you start saying like the elf is watching you and to make sure you behave, it becomes a different thing than if you just have fun with it.
Yeah, we don't work on that. Like we don't insinuate that. Like the first time, like when my oldest daughter, the first year, we did let her touch it because she was freaked the fuck out. So we were like, okay, well, I'll touch it. Like I don't know if she remembers it or not now, but like the fact that like she would wake up and it'd be in a different place, like she is not having that. And so now she does, but now she don't question anymore. And it's just funny.
It's actually kind of fun as a parent though to get to come up with different ways to.
I do like a lot of the like Instagram or creative things where like there'd be like a bunch of naked Barbies laying around or whatever around the elf and stuff like that, or like a snorting lines of coke or whatever.
That's like what you do. Stuff. That's what you do when you're trying to figure out what to do with it, and then you clean all that up and actually like do something
more wholesome. Yeah,
because after the kids go to bed and then I try to do something with it, then the elf is fucking or getting fucked by something. And then my wife would say, it's funny. I like not do something for real with it. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
That's good fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
I still hate it, but it's okay.
It's just silly. Like I don't know. Like I said, it's like TJ said, it's not like you're just like driving it home like, oh no. And if you like, he's watching you, because that's what shitty parents do. It's like their kid's being an asshole. They're like, don't be an asshole. And the kid's like, man, and they're like, but the elf, point at the elf. And the kid's like,
I got a question before TJ jumps on his next subject real quick. So when you have presents under the tree, are some of them registered to Santa and then some registered to you?
All the presents under the tree are from us. Santa brings stuff not wrapped. It sets out.
Now, how do you choose what is you going to give credit to Santa for, and the other one's not?
Usually, the stuff Santa gets credit for is a lot of times the main thing, but most of the time, that Santa gets credit for the shit that you got to put together beforehand.
Okay,
gotcha. So like
wrap that up.
Yeah, so like one year, my oldest had like this really nice dollhouse. Well, like getting like that shit took me like several hours to put together. The thing's like 4 feet tall.
A dollhouse in a box.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. So like, I put it together and it's already sitting there ready, and it's like Santa brought it, and so
that's cool.
Gotcha. Because I was just like, man, Santa better not be getting all the credit for this shit. Like I worked hard for this.
Well, I'll tell you, as a kid, my parents so none of mine were. Some parents do Santa wraps gifts.
My parents do that.
Yeah, mine were none of the Santa gifts were wrapped. But my parents didn't give me any other gifts, and I never really even thought about it that my parents didn't get me presents.
Because
everything was from Santa.
Everything's from Santa.
When you're old enough to put that together, you're old enough to stop believing in Santa.
Right. That was the thing. But I would come down and nothing was. I didn't unwrap presents. I would just come down to everything open and out. And even when I got a WWF wrestling ring, there was all the wrestlers were in the ring and everything fighting each other, pre-set up. And there's videos of me going Santa was playing with this when he said it.
Oh man.
Oh man, he liked Jake the Snake Roberts too, like me.
That's good shit.
It's funny how each family kind of does their own thing.
For sure.
But I did change though, because I was so anti like teaching my kids Santa and teaching them that. And then my wife was so pro doing it. And then I came around when I realized I guess because I just didn't want to lie, but like I said, when you do it so tongue in cheek like we do it, you don't really feel that bad about it.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's just a fun thing.
Yeah, because if they ever ask me directly, "Is he real?" I'm gonna be like, "Nope."
Yeah,
but they've never done that. It's just always this kind of silly little thing that we talk about. Oh, that was fucking adorable.
Yeah.
Bring that picture up.
What did he do?
He got a picture of his daughter. Look at her.
That's sweet. Show the camera. That's sweet. That new baby. That's a good picture.
Yeah, that is a good picture.
Did you get that sent? That's from right now?
That's right now, yeah.
That looks like a 6-month-old picture.
That's cute. Goodness gracious.
Look at her. That is adorable.
Up, dude.
She's doing a Ben Stiller.
I caught it when he was turning the phone. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
She was doing blue steel. You're right.
Let me read y'all this next story.
Right.
This one's funny. So there's a company offering $1,300 for someone to watch 13 Stephen King movies.
No, I have heard about
this. I'm going to read a little bit of the story.
It's got to be bullshit. Me and my sister were talking about this.
Well, I think they're just going to pay one person. They want to.
Well, we saw the list, and I'm like, I've saw all but 2 of these.
So much like his character, Stephen King. I'm just reading exactly what's written. So if you hate this, it's not my words.
The character is Pennywise.
Much like his,
not it. It is the name of the book. God damn it.
Character, Stephen King fever has roared back to life after a period of dormancy.
But it
remakes
of
the author. Okay, let me skip. US Dish has a competition for fans to prove their loyalty to the horror maven, and this one doesn't involve a blood oath. One winner will watch 13 adaptations of his spookiest stories, and for their bravery, they'll earn $1,300. Can't decide between the 40-plus films of King's work? Dish chose for you. You'll watch landed classics like Carrie, The Shining, The Mist, Pet Sematary, Thinner, Dreamcatcher, but the coin won't come easy.
But these are like the only ones that are good. Like 90% of Stephen King movies are fucking garbage. Like they're just bad movies.
Yeah.
All those you named.
His stories may be great if you read them, but the movies,
I like some of those.
Well, the thing, I've read a lot of Stephen King. The thing is, all Stephen King's books, like most of the book exists within the head of someone.
Right.
And so translating that to a movie is damn near impossible.
Yeah. But the coin won't come easy. You'll need to fill out an application complete with a 200-word statement about why you deserve the job. If you're chosen, you'll need to record the number of scares that make you jump, your heart rate during the blood-chilling bits, and the amount of sleep you get if you're able to.
So you just got to be a good writer, is what it is. It doesn't matter at all. You just got to write it. 200 words ain't shit, but you got to make a compelling.
The question is, could you bullshit that and still win?
That's
right. The winner,
you got to bullshit it either way. Like you just got to
fluff that shit.
You just got to be like, I thought Pennywise was something. You got to be a way better writer than I am.
Clown
so if you're chosen, the winner will get all 13 flicks for free, a Fitbit to track your heart rate, and movie watching essentials like popcorn, candy, and a blanket to hide.
You get the movies for free, so you watch all the movies and then they give them to you for free. Like what?
No, I think this story is a little misleading. I think you fill out the 200 words saying why you think you deserve the job. If they give it to you, they'll send you all 13 and a Fitbit to track all this information.
Okay.
And then they want that info back. The winner. And then when the frights are over and the goosebumps subside, you'll collect your check. You'll just have to clean up the tossed. Okay, blah. So you get a check for it. So if you're the person chosen, you're watching 13 movies, which they're long probably, aren't they?
Yeah.
If they include like Storm of the Century in there, you probably
like the Stand was like like 4 2-hour-long movie or 3 2-hour-long movie. Was that on there? It is 2 2-hour-long movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is long.
I chose the CNN article, and this is a shit article. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, this guy was like, I want to be a sports writer, but I'm doing this to put in my time.
I don't know who the author is here. I don't even know if it says it. I wouldn't put my name on it. Oh, it's Scotty Andrew.
Scotty Andrews here.
Yeah.
What do you think Scotty Andrew sounds like?
Like a douchebag.
Okay.
I'm Scotty Andrews here. I got a news report for you. Sports is happening now, but you can watch Stephen King movies and make money.
Give us
13 movies, $1,300. Do it.
Give us Scotty Andrews' take on last Sunday in NFL.
It was cool, man. Some people won, some people lost. Scotty Andrews out.
Worth the whole story. Worth the whole story. What's your favorite Stephen King movie?
Ooh, movie.
Stephen King book into a movie. What's your favorite one?
Despite how much I hate the ending, The Mist. And that's pretty easy for me to say. And the only reason why I say that is because I still talk about it this day. I think the fact that the way that they directed that movie and how emotional I got and like worked up watching this, like, oh fuck, like just like can't believe this character. This, I got immersed into it, and I think that's a credit to the way it was directed, the way it was portrayed, and the story writing. I think it was well done.
Do you want some trivia about that? I haven't read The Mist. It's not an actual book. It's a short story of Stephen King's, but it doesn't end that way in the book.
Right.
And Stephen King was like, that was way better than what I did.
Yep. Really?
Yeah. Because Stephen King is notoriously like sucks at ending
books.
His stories. Like some of them, and you'll know some of them read, like they start dragging the fuck on because you can tell like he doesn't really know where to go with it. And he just don't know how to end the story. Like, and I'm not exactly sure how The Mist ended in the book.
I can tell you on the movie, but I'm not trying to do any spoilers here. But the
I know how. Yeah, I saw the movie,
dude,
like, and I felt like shit for like.
Dude, I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
But I didn't hate it though. Like now when I look back on it, that's pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking
No,
what? Good. You saw it, didn't you?
My God.
Oh, you hadn't saw it?
No, I hate the ending. I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
I need to watch that. What's your favorite Stephen King movie?
Okay. Stephen King is Levi, you're like killing me here with touching all that stuff. It's like coming through like everything. I know. But Stephen King is almost endorsed like every movie that has been made of his books, and most of them are fucking terrible, except one that he absolutely hated and still hates, and I think it's the best movie ever written by anything of his.
Really?
And that's The Shining.
Okay.
The Shining
that's a good movie.
Fucking great. Yeah. And that's
like that.
No.
Why didn't he like it?
Well, because you may not have even picked this up. I didn't pick it up until it was pointed out to me. But there's it's kind of implied that there's like some like Native American spirits as part of what's causing all this. Like it was built on something in the movie.
I don't even
kind of like a poltergeist situation.
The book doesn't have anything to do with that, and I guess
it's a good movie though.
He didn't like it.
That's what pissed him off.
Well, and in the book, the dad, he gets crazy, but he's not like gone like Jack Nicholson is. I mean, he's gone, but it's not so bad. Like at the end, he kind of turns back good, like for a minute.
That's a movie I should watch again this October. For
like, but The Shining movie. But I think I'm just maybe a big fan of Stanley Kubrick. Is that how you say his name? I just think that movie is just really, really good. And I mean, I've liked some of the other movies, but I just think that's the best one.
I would say that
Carrie's pretty great too.
I was gonna say that was great. Like third or fourth on my list, and the only ones that are kind of above.
Well, second
for me.
Yeah,
I really actually like Dreamcatcher.
Yeah. Dreamcatcher was pretty. A lot of people should. I liked it. I didn't read the book, but I liked it. I think we've talked about it on the podcast where they have I need to read the book just for these parts, but they cut where inside the guy's head. Like I told you, everything exists like inside
where he
the
has a
brain.
library inside his brain.
But yeah, when he exists in his head, it's a library.
I love that.
And this alien is trying to take over his brain, but it shows it like a library, and it's like a monster trying to take over. So like he's like trying to hide in parts of the library, and like there's like one room that's like a whatever, it's like a secret room, and that's where like all of his like
very personal,
private thoughts are of like his like I don't know, probably his jerk off habits.
Yeah.
If it's a Stephen King book, I'm sure there's lots of jerking off being talked about in there.
But I love that concept.
I did too. I really like.
I remember getting like a total boner from reading a part of Pet Cemetery when
reading it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a boner from reading anything. That's what I was
gonna say. It was the first time I got.
Oh, you're reading the wrong shit, son.
It was the first
I ain't
time
reading Daniel Steele books. I mean, I don't know what y'all into. I ain't reading 50 Shades of Grey.
It's the first time I got like turned on when I was a kid. I was in high school from reading. It's because I'd never read anything erotic before, but someone gave me the book and I was reading through it, and the dude's wife like gave him a hand job in the tub, and it like described it, and like I'd never read anything erotic before, and I remember like jacking off to like just reading a book.
Wow.
Damn, son.
Now I'm about to say right now, I've never seen Pet Cemetery, the first one. Never read the book.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, the first one freaked me the fuck out.
I know the concept of it, but I never watched it.
It was a pretty good movie.
The first one and the way it ended, I didn't read the book. I don't know how it ended, but I know how the movie ended, and it fucked me up when I was a kid.
I don't know how the book ended, but I know how that hand job scene ended.
You didn't finish the book? You just got to the hand job, and you're just
the hand job.
Yeah, just keep reading the hand job part over and over again.
That was my favorite part. I had that part bookmarked, bro. Was Cujo a Stephen King?
Yeah, that book freaked me the fuck.
I like that movie.
The movie is good.
I watched that movie a bunch of times as a kid too. So.
I don't even know what all Stephen King's movies would be. To be honest with you, now I start thinking.
What he's got shit you wouldn't know is him, like The Green Mile.
That's him.
Really,
that's a great movie too. Hey, I guess what? There's no number one on the list.
The Green Mile.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not.
The Stand.
What was funny is The Green Mile was a book by him, but it wasn't written by Stephen King. He wrote it under an alias called Richard Bachman.
Really?
Because he believed that he kind of got the shit. What's the gray-haired comedian that was so funny? Damn it! The story's a lot funnier or a lot more interesting if I can remember the name of the people. The
Ron White.
No. Older, legendary comedian. Been in like 1,000. The Jerk. And
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin. You remember Steve Martin like stopped doing stand up because like he didn't even have to try. Like he would just go out there and they would just laugh. Like he could do anything.
Because it was him.
Yeah, because it was him. Well, Stephen King thought the same thing. He thought he was selling just because his name was on it.
So he wanted to see.
So he decided to write a different book under an alias, Richard Bachman, and he wrote The Green Mile. And of course it sold fucking like crazy. And then he realized like, all right, well, I guess I actually am a really good writer. So yeah.
I'm going to do that.
That's pretty cool.
I'm going to do something like that. I'm going to like put on like a mask next time I have sex with my wife, and if she comes still, then I know it's not just that it's me, it's that I'm actually.
You already expect she's going to cheat on you with like anybody that comes along.
But, my name is Jim.
She swears that she only has an orgasm with you. So
right.
That's what you're really testing here.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. All right, silly enough. Let's move on. Okay.
Well, hold on. You never gave your opinion on this.
Oh, I hadn't seen enough movies. I like Cujo. I like
Cujo's
Rosemary's Baby. Isn't that him too?
Yeah, but I don't think I've seen
and
any of that.
and the one y'all talked about, Pet Cemetery. I like that one.
Did you ever watch Needful Things?
No,
that was a book by him that was fucked up, man. That was a really
I
good.
didn't see that. I saw Graveyard Shift.
Basically, this guy comes in who may or may not be Satan. And he opens up a store called Needful Things. And like, so say, like, just think about like your situation, like whatever, like you're needing in your life. It just so happens that he has it. Like,
oh, wow.
So like, you can't, like you're blind or whatever, but just so happens he has like this book collection of Braille. Okay. I'm pulling this shit right out of my ass. This is not in the book. And he was like, what does it cost? He was like, nothing. I'll just come to you and ask for you a favor later. And so he comes ask for a favor later, and it's still not that bad. It's still not like I need you to murder somebody, but it's like I need you to go in this person's house and like take something. And I'm like, that's fucked up. But it's like, all right, so just take something. Yeah. And so it's like, yeah, like, and they're like, what do you, we need to take. Like, I need you to take this notebook. Like, all right, well, that's not like stealing money.
Right.
But then when you get to know the people of the house, stealing this notebook like completely fucks up their marriage and fucks up everything because of the lack of this notebook. Like this whole, like I said, I'm pulling every bit of this out of my ass. None of this actually happens in the book. But that's the thing. Like, he does this little thing. So like, then you get to a point where this whole town is like basically at war with each other because of like, he's done all these little deals with everybody, this little stuff.
What's this called?
Needful Things.
That's interesting.
It's fucked up. It's
that sounds
super
like a
fucked
Black
up.
Mirror, like before Black Mirror almost, doesn't it?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, probably. I never read the book. I watched the movie though, so
that's pretty good stuff.
Anyhow, I don't know why I just thought of that.
I like that.
I like the concept.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
So the next one was going to be the tortilla throw. We already talked about that, so I'll move on past that. But there is a video, so I'd encourage everyone to go search out David Rush, who
can we see approximately the size of tortillas thrown in this video?
And see. Let's take a look, see if we can tell anything here.
Let me look. Let me see if this is a. Ah, shit.
Hey,
I couldn't fucking tell from that.
I'm just getting back from Toronto, where I broke the Guinness World Record for the furthest distance to blow a tortilla. It was
Did he say to blow a tortilla?
Science and technology.
We did it completely wrong.
Where a couple thousand
we threw ours.
People gathered that run science centers and create the technology that goes into them. It was a really cool event. And I was there helping promote the Science of Guinness World Records exhibit that's going to open in Sudbury, Ontario in March of 2020.
This guy's either drunk or his tongue doesn't work.
Travel around North America for the next 5 years or so.
I do hate this guy.
I get to be the coach of how you can use science to break Guinness World Records.
Oh my gosh. Is there a Guinness World Record for how fast you hated someone you never knew? Because I'd certainly have like got there.
I'm not doing that.
I just want to see a picture of a tortilla.
We're not doing this anymore. We're moving on. We'll go deal with that later.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
We still know we whipped that guy's ass.
Yeah, no, I whipped that guy's ass in life and
actually I didn't. I think I kind of cheated when I beat him.
No, you beat it. You wadded that sumbitch up.
Yeah, I threw it like a baseball.
All right. So a Welsh town is going to install some anti-sex toilets. So I'm going to read this.
Wait, what?
Whoa, hold on.
Anti-sex toilet.
Anti-sex toilets.
They don't want people having sex on their toilets.
Okay, but
why would anybody have sex on their toilet?
Hold on.
You wouldn't have sex on the toilet?
No.
Yeah.
You were single and you met the right person. You wouldn't go into a public bathroom.
That's fucking nasty, man.
Straddle you.
Oh, I would absolutely have sex on the toilet. Yeah. I'm just trying to think in my brain like what would stop me?
I'm not with this movement.
Like what would stop me?
What would okay, what can you do to a toilet that would make it still function as a toilet yet not allow people to have sex on it? So you've got to say like what will allow someone to sit on this toilet but not allow a second person to sit on this toilet?
That's exactly right. You're thinking exactly right.
Wow.
I'm not sure how you could do this.
That's exactly the right line of thinking. Let me read it. A Welsh seaside town plans to install public toilets with measures to prevent people from having sex inside.
Man, are these Welsh girls freaky? Is that where this is all stemming from?
Levi, once you go everywhere,
once you go Welsh, you never go back, including a squealing alarm, the doors shooting open, and a chilly spray of water.
Oh my God!
This is like a fucking cat.
This is way too
like
much
you're spraying
effort.
water on a cat.
They plan to.
Nothing of this would stop me. You haven't got to a single thing yet that would stop me.
They plan to replace its Griffin Park public toilets with models that deter inappropriate sexual activity and vandalism.
How does it know?
All right,
I still don't know how it knows.
The squealing alarm.
Movement sensors inside.
She's gonna be squealing anyways. That's not
movement sensors.
Movement sensors inside the toilets will respond to violent activity, while weight sensors will be installed to detect the entrance of more than one person.
So the first fat motherfucker goes in there that just got back from Crystals is gonna be set.
I'm just trying to take a shit.
Triggering the deterrent measures. The toilets have also been designed to prevent rough sleepers taking shelter inside. sleepers. I don't know what that means.
What's a rough sleeper?
What's
sleeping rough?
If the user remains in the toilet for too long, a warning message will play while the lights and the heating will switch off.
Dude, so much of this alarm would go off if I wasn't having sex.
Dude, these are some high-end toilets.
The planning documents.
This is so much effort for something that you're still not going to stop. They're just going to stand up and do it doggy style over the toilet anyways.
Like, who cares if they have sex in there that bad, really?
Well, like they're just like, dude's going to be like, we got to be quiet. We can't sit on the toilet. We got to stand up here. Like, so just, hold on to the back. They're like, oh, okay. It's going to be that. Like,
this is the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever heard.
Okay, the toilets have
Isn't that the thing with like everything though? Anytime they try to legalize anything, everybody just like, they just step to the side. Like, okay, well, we'll just fucking do this.
So the weight sensors detect more than one user.
No, they don't. There's no. Well, I guess they detect if the weight goes fluctuates.
Somebody said, "What's the baseline for weight they're using?" I'm easily the weight of 2 teenagers. Somebody said.
Yeah.
And what about people who need assistance and have to go in with my kids?
You're gonna get an alarm and a burst of water.
So,
what's the message it gives you? What's it say to you?
I don't know, man.
You better stop that.
Stop fornicating. Stop fornicating.
No, but it's got to be in a nice British tone, like a British voice, like, "Oh, that's not appropriate. No, stop."
I don't know.
Stop. That's fornication.
All these articles get stupid if you keep reading them. So, anyways, essentially,
because this thing will never get built.
Yeah,
it'll never get built.
Plans to build a.
This is a fucking $3 million restroom.
I know.
To stop something that people are going to still do.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, it gives you a warning message after you've been sitting on the toilet for too long. What if you're Danny Glover and you sat down on a bomb like Lethal Weapon 2 or 3? You know, it's what I'm talking about, where he sits down.
I think that's the second one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
need get off that toilet.
Speed where you couldn't get up or if it's going to blow up, couldn't get out of the bus seat or couldn't
go
below.
They couldn't go below 55 miles an hour. They had to keep the thing up. But in Lethal Weapon 2, Danny Glover goes to take a shit, and then when he goes to pull the toilet paper to wipe, there's a note in there saying there's a bomb underneath it.
Yeah, you never saw this?
Sits there. He has to sit there all fucking night, and then Mel Gibson, is like, where the fuck's he at?
It's his day off too, isn't it?
Probably. Oh, but anyhow, he goes to his house to find him, and Danny Glover's been sitting on the toilet all fucking night long. His legs are numb, and they're trying to figure out what it is.
So then Mel Gibson in this movie's got that thick Australian accent. Well, it's okay, Johnny.
Yeah. So call him Danny. Is his name Danny in the show?
Probably something. No, his name is
Murdoch. Yeah.
Don't worry, Murdoch. I'll get you.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So anyways, anti-sex toilets in Welsh. So, where is Welsh?
Wales.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm stupid on this, I guess. I don't know. Did you know?
Yes.
Okay.
I knew exactly what that was. Now, I know that there's a specific accent to them, and I don't know.
It sounds terrible. You can see.
I don't know how to do that.
Watch a Great British Bake Off. You'll see a Welsh person on there, and just like, oh.
British people are crazy about their accent. Like that. That's how they identify each other.
They take offense until, there's one that I was watching, and he found out by doing that Ancestry.com that he was Welsh. He's like, nope, don't claim it. Don't. He don't want to be Welsh. He don't want to be associated with the Welsh people.
I watched the British Bake Off. I got started watching it exclusively because Noel from the Mighty Boosh is the host of the show, and then now I'm kind of hooked on it. So
it's a great show. It is.
Yeah.
Is it?
I mean,
there's a new episode dropping tonight, Levi.
Slap me with a pussy label or something like that. But that show is awesome.
No, it's not.
I like it.
Makes me think I can freaking bake, son. I want to bake some shit.
I've made some bread. I've made some other shit from it. I have. Absolutely. I baked some tarts. I mean, I've done a couple different
why are
things.
you holding out on us, bro?
I know you should be bringing some tarts and some bread to this podcast.
Yeah, carb it up.
What are we doing here?
All right, I'm going to stay on the toilet thing. Go for the next story. Okay, so a reward for it's got it in pounds, 100,000 pounds, has been offered for the return of a solid gold toilet stolen from a UK stately home.
Oh, I heard this one.
Police released images of a vehicle they believe was involved in the theft. The fully functioning toilet was a piece of art made entirely from 18-karat gold that was installed in a Blenheim Palace in Oxfordshire, England, as part of an exhibition by Italian artist Maurizio Catalian. So here's a picture of it, Levi.
Wow.
Now, do you think if you have a toilet like that, do you think you got to respect it? Where it's like I said, like I was saying earlier, like if you just like eat some crystals, you're like,
Nah,
No, I gotta go upstairs for this one.
Yeah,
like I gotta.
You don't go on the gold one.
This is for when I'm on the ketogenic diet. I got a good solid log here. Like
this one's at least 2 clicks.
Yeah.
I have to go.
Or is it
Yeah,
more
I'm doing
respectful to give the worst shits to the gold toilet?
Is it like because it can only handle it?
Yeah, like only this toilet's worthy of this.
I feel like no matter what my shit
disgusting
is, I'm gonna
shit.
be a little ashamed.
Yeah, to sit on gold.
Yeah, what just to shit on gold? Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
You're shitting on gold.
So, police say a 66-year-old man was arrested on suspicion of burglary before being released on bail, and a 35-year-old man was arrested on suspicion of conspiracy to burgle and has been released under investigation. They have previously referred to a group of offenders being behind the theft of the toilet, which is yet to be recovered. Police believe that thieves used at least 2 vehicles during the theft. No injuries were reported. The stolen, I don't know.
I gotta say, I'm slightly disappointed that the toilet is looks like a commercial toilet.
Yeah, it does.
I was expecting like a gold tank and everything, but like they got like gold piping and all that into it. Like
it's pretty stupid looking. Honestly.
Yeah,
I'll be honest
it
with
doesn't
you.
even look that like there's no lid.
I don't even care about the toilet. I got fixated on the word burgle and how stupid that sounds.
Burgled. They got
I
burgled.
burgled something. I bet you stole something. Burgle sounds dumb.
Yeah.
I would never admit to anybody. I'd be ashamed to admit that I burgled something.
You got burgled.
Hey man, I've been burgling since I was 5, burgling all kinds of stuff.
The hamburglar. I don't know.
I would straight up assume that meant you were like a serial molester.
Yeah.
If you said you were
right.
burgling, I thought that would mean like you're like a dude that creeps into like a crowd of people and just starts touching butts.
Oh yeah, a butt toucher.
Yeah, like everybody's like, "Who just touched my butt?" And
He's a butt burglar.
someone touched my butt, and then like Levi's like with his head down, like he's already like 3 feet away. Like everybody's like, "I bet it was that motherfucker behind me," and
He looks
Levi's
like a
like
butt
safely
toucher.
away. And it's like, whoosh.
He looks like a guy that would burgle a butt.
Yeah, it's like the most innocent molester ever. Like he doesn't
just
really do
touches it.
just barely just gives a good pat to just like only butts, like
Listen,
no genitalia, just
I understand that.
just a good cheek.
I understand that. You know, like sometimes there's probably a butt or two you would have touched of a stranger's if like
No, a burglar like you can't consent to it. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
It's about the it's like you can't be a fisherman and just walk out and let some fish jump in your boat.
It's catch and
Yeah.
release.
You gotta find them. You gotta catch
you
them.
grab ones.
That's
that
what
want
it is.
grabbed.
The burglar, he knows like he's
He
seeking
touches
out his butts.
That
Yeah.
yeah.
He's got a goal out there. He's seeing like he sees a skirt and he was like, too easy. He moves on. He's looking for jeans. He's looking for some he's looking for some slacks. He sees some corduroys and he starts watering at the mouth.
Look at that pantsuit.
Yeah.
That's funny. My grandparents used to have a marble toilet in one of their bathrooms, and I felt like I was sitting on a damn throne, sitting on that marble toilet. Like,
have you ever been in a toilet that's black?
no,
That's odd.
that's kind of cool though.
Yeah, it is. Like it's a weird thing. It's like
I've been on a baby blue toilet.
No, that's
A
that
baby
that's
blue
that 60s.
toilet?
60s.
That's that
Whole,
60s
my
look.
grandmother's whole bathroom was pink and baby blue
Yeah.
I
tile
have
mixture.
never seen a
and
baby blue
gilded
toilet.
with gold, like gold handles, gold
trim and stuff.
trim everywhere,
Yeah.
and pink and baby blue.
That's that
I
60s,
kind of
bro.
want that.
It's ugly. So ugly.
The house I grew up in was built in the like 60s, and in the master bedroom, the toilet was yellow, straight up yellow.
Yeah, I've seen those.
But I've never seen a baby blue toilet. I've been in a
Well,
lot
they
of
had the
fucking
baby
houses.
blue bathtubs to match. You
Yeah,
know, I
and
used
it was
to
baby blue.
to
I've never
sell
seen that
bathtub
either.
renovations, and
Yep.
so I'd see that quite a bit. And it was also like a weird brown and a green they used to do back then
Yeah.
too.
Now I've seen all that,
Yeah,
Yeah, the
But
weird
I've
green
never seen
too,
a
but
baby blue.
but the baby blue, yeah.
but I'm surprised I haven't seen a black. I've seen a few, 2 or 3. I mean, that's a few.
I mean, but this is my like grandmother's house, and she inherited it or moved in with her husband, and her husband.
when you say baby blue, you talking about like Titans, like
I know
baby blue.
I'm saying like a powder blue, like a very pale, almost
kinda
a pastel color.
Like the
Titans
off color, not their main color, but their off color.
Yeah. But
well,
but
for a minute
as,
there, it was their main color.
Not quite as bright though, and not as vibrant. I would say it's been dulled down. It's more of a pastel baby blue,
like an Easter blue.
Yeah, Easter blue. Robin's egg.
Huh.
Robin's egg.
Robin's egg blue.
Now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm wondering if I have actually done it or not. I'm not so good with colors.
But I mean,
if y'all haven't noticed,
dude, I still want to get. It's true. It's true. I still want to get a bidet. I think I want to get the bidet adapter for my toilet.
Everything I see online says that shit'll change your fucking life.
No, I'm going to do it. They're not even that expensive to get one.
An adapter?
Yeah, it taps into the line, the water feed line.
Right.
And it can go in your current existing toilet and just like sit over there and squirt your.
So you need electricity, you just turn like a valve and it sprays?
I don't exactly know.
Like a diverter or something?
Well, I mean,
that's a good point.
Your toilet line's got pressure on it.
It either needs a battery or electricity, probably, or a valve.
Right. You're doing one. You're doing one or the other.
Yeah.
I mean, because your toilet doesn't need electricity.
I think it's probably battery, and it's tapped in, so you just hit a button. I think, because I think it's like a remote or something.
Hey, TJ, you just hop in the shower, grab that one of them portable shower heads, just take it.
Yeah, I mean, I like that, but I like to kind of like just give me a little squirt. My nuts get to stinking at the end of a day, dude. Like,
how do you know?
Dude, I can smell it from just like
sitting,
just like smell it from when I start changing.
How you know? How you know it's not your thighs? You do. How you know it's not your chode?
Chad, you do like every grown man. Every grown man has like adjusted their nuts, but man, fuck, I stink. I gotta go take a shower.
Nope, not me. I ain't doing that.
Chad licks his fingers. He don't sniff. He
fuck
licks.
That. I did not do that. I don't do any of that.
I can just pull the draws out and I catch a whiff of that and hit me in the face. Man, I stink, bro.
The only time I've ever done that is like when we've been on those like couple day hikes.
Yeah.
And I go to take that,
that piss, late night
piss. No, that shit. Like after we've been out there for like so long and I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to take this shit. And like I sat down, I'm like, ooh, that's a little rough there.
See, my pits don't stink that bad, but my nuts, man, they straight stink, brah. They straight stink, brah.
Damn, son.
So I want to get a little bidet action, get a little bit of that.
But so you're using the bidet for
bidets to clean your butthole though, right?
Yeah, but you can get a little on the bottom of your nuts.
Why don't you just get some of those dude wipes?
Yeah, I might get that too.
Why is it got to be like? Aren't wipes just wipes? Like, why do they got to be?
It is, but they have more men fragrances.
Well, what's that?
Like your Old Spice.
What's that company now that sells all the manscaping stuff? Manscaped or something it's called.
Yeah, I think that's it.
They sell a
what? Where do they sell this at?
Well, it's all advertised on YouTube and podcasts and stuff.
But for hymns or
they sell like electric razors and stuff.
Harry's or
no, it's Manscaped. I think he's right. Yeah,
but they have like a nutsack deodorant, which I'm thinking about like checking into.
I've seen that commercial. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
that dude with a towel.
Yeah, and
he's
I have seen that.
Yeah,
I have seen that.
Yeah. So I think I might do that. But anyways, moving on. Let's move off these toilets here.
Yeah. No, now we're talking about nut odorant. But I mean
nut odorant.
That's a way better name than anything I've heard for it.
I got two more. Okay.
Nutella. Bam.
Oh shit!
I like that.
Patent it.
Okay. So did y'all hear about the woman that says she's in love with Tetris and she wants to marry it?
Oh, man, we've all been there. This is like that other person. Like we've all been there, but then we moved on.
Yeah.
You know, Tetris is like one of the highest grossing selling games of all time. It was the number one for a long time, and I think it still is.
It's financial and money.
Financial, yeah, the number one selling game worldwide
because it's been ported to like 100 different consoles and it's like been sold so like in every country.
And like, the PlayStation 4 has like a new Tetris.
Look at this Indian woman with her Nintendo version of Tetris here. They're all cuddled up.
Like, she is not attractive.
No, she's not attractive
at all.
She has a mustache, and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying.
You talk about her mustache.
Oh yeah.
Well, by the way, I was going to mention something about that. I was going to mention about your mustache.
Yeah. Why don't we talk about
broken glasses? But one of the two.
Yeah. Well,
we'll talk
I
about
have broken glasses because I'm poor. He has a mustache because. I don't know why.
You're not poor, and I just thought I'd see what it would look like with a mustache there.
Actually, my glasses have been broken for weeks now. They're just like the crack just keeps like moving.
You bought a shirt that said "Free Mustache Rides," and you're like, I gotta live up to the name of this shirt. I gotta.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just gonna say, I know it's not. It's not fully grown out yet, but I'm gonna say right now it looks terrible. It looks absolutely terrible, and I hate it. I hate it, and I hope that you shave it.
You know, you sound like Dave Chappelle. I hate hate it, and it stinks.
I do. I hate it so bad.
Well,
and
listen.
I'm hoping at some point here, like when you go to, you got to stop. What are you
what
doing
he's doing.
here?
Like, what are you
It
fighting
is
with?
so loud coming through everything. Like he's wrapping his microphone
I'm sorry,
cord
man.
or his headphones cord around everything.
I love to annoy you.
Oh, it's
Now look at you're gonna open a fucking can on air.
we're the whiskey bro. Everybody expects us to be drinking. Everybody
Beer?
expects us to be talking to. Well, if they
Poppin'
want this,
tops?
if they want this podcast to last longer than an hour, we got to drink some beer.
I got you.
It's true.
But it just cracks once. If I cracked it like 15 times, one after another, I think people would start to get annoyed by it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad to see that we agree.
I'm gonna take my hard stance if I don't care.
Listen, I'm
Levi
going.
gets fidgety when he drinks.
I'm going to my my company I work for.
I gotta pee right now. So
Headquarters for the first time in Texas this coming week, and so I can't be showing up with a mustache. This thing's gone after it's gone probably on Monday.
I hope it's gone before I leave.
How about November?
I need to see you.
November. Everybody shows up on this podcast
with a thick mustache.
Thick mustache.
No,
Let's do it, Chad.
no mustache.
Yes, your dad's got a mustache, right?
Yes.
Do it.
No.
What's that got to do with it? Your dad's got one.
Yeah.
You ain't man enough.
Sure. Well, whatever.
But you got to shave your beard and just do nothing with mustache.
I'll do it.
Oh shit!
I'll commit to it if Chad will do
Because
it.
Levi could like go like 2 nights of not shaving, and his beard will be fully back.
Yeah, pretty. Yeah.
Chad, you
He's
show up with a
like,
mustache. I'll double up. I'll
he's
do
like
it.
Steve
I'll do a
Carell.
3-man shoe.
He's like
in
Steve
that time.
Carell in the when he
The
shaved
thing
off
is, when's our next podcast? Nope.
November.
I would have to like if I stopped shaving right now, I'd be lucky to have a mustache by the time that we got around
You
to
already
it.
kind of got a mustache. You'd have what he's got right now if you just shaved that beard off.
No, it's my
Well,
what
it's a
I
little
got
thicker than
now.
that, ain't it?
No.
God damn, dude.
Or maybe it's like
He's
white
such
hair.
a judgmental
Look at
guy.
you.
Look at him.
Look at you with your
Look at his
you-
thick. Look at his thick hair over there. He judges us.
I
because
shaved
of
mine
it.
today.
Listen,
He shaved this morning.
I did. My wife was complaining about eating my mustache, so I shaved it down. I'm dead serious. I trimmed that bitch today.
okay, you can grow more hair on your face than us. You win. Okay,
Oh, I don't care about winning.
Listen, I can grow
This
more
is
hair.
Chad not wanting to commit to a mustache. It has nothing to do with my mustache growing
I
ability.
don't want to commit to a mustache. I don't want to commit to it. Like my facial hair is pure laziness. Like I don't want to commit to a beard if it means I got to start like trimming it and shaving it and all
Yeah.
that shit.
You just-
Which you got to.
Which I
maintenance
will say
possible.
that's the suckiest part. Like I took the guard that I had and just trimmed it all down, and that's as what like you let it go any further than this, you got to oil it, you got to do all this like shampoo, conditioner.
Well,
and all
still,
this
you got to
bullshit.
shave regularly to keep it all off your neck and all that shit. Fuck that.
Every
Did
two.
you see that
every 2
picture on
weeks.
Reddit that was all those guys with the big beards and everything well groomed, and it was a bunch of them all together, and it said the last thing an IPA sees before it dies. Amazing.
That's pretty good.
That
I
is
like
pretty
that.
good.
Brilliant. All right, so this non-attractive woman just wants to marry Tetris. Fuck it, I'm over the story already. She was in a relationship
Oh, she
with
sees that long yellow
What?
brick
Why?
come down. She's like, oh.
But
She
why
was-
is that a
look at
thing?
it.
Like after so like because there's people that want to marry like all kinds of bullshit. Like
I
there was
don't
that
know.
one woman that wanted to marry a dolphin. That one woman wanted to marry or did marry the Eiffel Tower. Like there's always like some.
Well, this lady had her first true romances with a calculator. She
Why do
named
women want to
Pierre.
women want to marry all this fucked up shit and dudes just put their dicks in like things that
I know that
don't
we
make
should.
any sense? Yeah.
I know.
What? How she have a romance with a
We
calculator?
should-
She just take that calculator and just.
Did y'all used
No.
to? This is probably not a good podcast fodder.
Nope,
You may
I
wanna-
didn't.
Nope.
I didn't. I don't even know what you're gonna say, but
Nope,
I'm
the
gonna tell
answer
you
is
I
no.
didn't. I did not do that.
Well, I remember
I
like
didn't-
my first erections, like how I just wanted
Jesus
to, I just
Christ.
wanted to touch it to
We
things to
shouldn't-
see how it feels.
He went there.
I,
He went there.
I legitimately didn't do this.
I
I
was in.
I was going to say preemptively nope. Why would you just touch it to things?
Listen, I'll tell you.
What the fuck? man?
Some of my earliest erections, I remember being at my mom's work,
Oh, what the?
and I'll tell you,
This podcast is never getting released. There's
it's live
no way.
streaming. It's live.
It's on YouTube. He can't do nothing
We got
about it.
2 people watching right now. So,
I'm taking my glasses off because I don't need to see this.
See it?
What were you?
He ain't gonna whip it out. What do you
No,
think he's
no,
gonna
listen.
happen?
Hey,
here?
Mike.
I would
What are you doing? Just taking it out and banging it up against the table? Like, there's
Coke's not for me.
Like, Coke machine, wham, wham,
not for me.
I really want a Dr. Pepper, but it's on the top, so I guess I'll settle with a RC on the bottom.
Oh man, look at that moon pie. Woo, boy.
So listen, so it'd be like a day where like parent-teacher conferences or whatever, you'd be out of school.
Oh my God! Did you just bring parent-teacher conferences?
And I'd be in the break room watching TV, and it was like basic TV channels. So I'd put it on a soap opera, and there'd be like an erotic scene.
You should just really stop. You should really just stop.
I'm just gonna finish the story.
Oh no! Oh no!
And I just remember like going to the bathroom and like touching up against the side of the stall wall to see how.
That's why I tell everybody you never touch the fucking.
That's
side
so gross, man. You could have got herpes right then.
I probably did. That's where I got herpes from. So I'm skipping this story.
That's what you tell your wife. Like, that's where I got herpes
crabs.
from.
I was just banging up against the stall walls to see what happened.
Yeah, I was young and I was horny and I took my dick and just started slamming it up against the side of the fucking stall.
All right.
I figured if I went hard enough, a glory hole would develop over time.
Yeah, all the graffiti written in Sharpie was all smudged by the time I got done.
Listen, guys, it's not that kind of a show. Let's clean it up a little bit.
It's not that. You're telling us.
Can we clean it up a little bit?
Motherfucker.
Can we clean it up?
Yeah.
All right. Next story.
Let me tell you about that one time with the peanut butter jar.
Listen.
We would be going up from there. We just went to public restroom straw dick
it was stupid.
touching.
It was stupid. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No. I appreciate you telling the story.
It was completely transparent and it was real, and I apologize. Police in Detroit are on the hunt for the two bandits who played porn on an electronic billboard above a freeway on Saturday night. Drivers traveling. I can't read. Too much alcohol. Drivers traveling through Auburn Hills had to do a second and probably third and fourth take when they passed the sign on Interstate 75, which, in place of the usual advertisements, displayed a very not suitable for work video instead. Calls began flooding in around 11 p.m. as motorists reported the steamy show. Miraculously,
what
there
kind
were
of
no
asshole?
crashes
Seriously,
reported.
do you know anybody in your life that would drive by a billboard, see porn, and be like, "Well, I'm reporting this"?
The police. I know it.
Every single person I know would laugh and take a video.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the other half of people that I know would laugh and regret that they forgot to get their phone out fast enough
100%.
to record a video.
100%.
Like, who is calling to report this?
Assholes.
If the world was made up of us and people that I know, that porn, it would still be going.
Right.
It would still be going. And the cops would be driving by going, there's porn.
That's right. Offers immediately called the sign's owners, Triple Communications, who managed to shut down the display, which is double-sided, so on view from both directions after about 20 minutes.
I saw a video of this, actually. Somebody did film it.
So, yeah. I kind of almost got into an accident. One driver told NBC 15. I came across the billboard and there was something
and unusual. I couldn't stop jerking off.
I saw two girls, lesbian porn. I could kind of see people had started to break a lot behind me. I think they were doing the same thing. Like
jerking off. They were all jerking off. They were trying to see if they could finish before they got past.
That's right. You gotta slow down a little bit to get more time.
Yeah.
Why is there so much traffic on the shoulder of the road? I don't understand.
Yeah, what is going? Oh my God!
On Monday, Auburn police released a video of two suspects breaking into the building underneath the sign.
I saw this video,
which houses the computer equipment that operates the sign. The pair, two white males wearing hoodies and glasses, spent just 15 minutes in the building, allegedly committing the dastardly deed.
Yeah, these two dudes, they knew what the fuck they were doing. They got in there and they.
So promoting pornographic.
Does it tell the statement from like the sheriff or the
these suspects now face potential burglary charges. I can't read tonight for forcing entry into the building and gain access to the computer system, which is a felony offense. Officers adding appealing for the public's help in traffic. No, it doesn't. Do you have something you know about them?
Well, it was just like it was like
going in. They must have been filming it too, though. Going in,
they were. They go. Because they played this on the news.
They look like they're 18 years old.
Yeah, they played that on the news, and then it was like I don't know, the captain or whatever, and it was like,
look how they got the porn right there, like a little screenshot of it.
Yeah, it was like this is I know everybody thinks this is funny, but this is no laughing matter. This this is a really big deal. Like they're just like really trying to sell this prank as like it's like this public like concern. And it's like, nope, it's funny. And
listen,
so let's all laugh and move on with it.
All joking aside, though, I really do hope they catch them lickety split.
Well, I saw a video. Somebody did film it going by. Like you could see it, and they like film like past it. And honestly, like, I mean, it was porn, but it wasn't like it didn't fit the screen. So like, you could see it like that. Like you could tell it was porn, but you really couldn't even see anything at the same time.
Funny. Dude, it's amazing. I didn't even realize you could do that. Like get into one of those billboards underneath it and like put whatever up there.
I'm surprised they didn't find the guy because like I said, it's obvious these guys were like comfortable with the equipment and knew what they were doing. Like they got in there, they uploaded some porn, and they got the fuck out.
That sounds like an inside job kind of.
Like they work for the company or something. Or just
had work for them.
These guys work for Lamar.
Yeah.
Lamar.
And what's funny is like there's two of them. Like that guy in the back, he didn't do shit. He was just there because this dude's like, I'm not going unless you go. Like this guy in the front. Oh shit. He's the guy that knew how to do everything.
So there you go. And you just clicked a button, and somehow we got Jennifer Aniston on the screen now.
Oh shit! Hold on, let's look at that.
I cracked up. But there's a comedian talking about Jennifer.
Oh God, she's so fucking.
There was Jennifer Aniston, comedian talking about Jennifer Aniston in Aveeno ads. Said Jennifer Aniston don't use no Aveeno. You know that bitch is using like stem cells from babies, dead, rubbing it on her skin, try to stay that young. I use no Aveeno.
I don't know. Baby's using stem cells from her.
Wow, that's good stuff. So that's the end of the segment that we affectionately refer to as the
click.
It's time for the Tales of the Guano. So that's the end of that.
Good segment. I liked every one of those topics. They were all pretty juicy.
Yeah, I did too.
Here. And we converted one of them into an activity before we got started. So
I need you to forward me that Tetris girl though, because I'm going to need that for,
the night times.
yeah, that Tetris girl. She had.
I was looking at you like,
it was something about the way she kind of like had her cheek up against the Tetris cartridge, and like her mustache was kind of draped over the cartridge.
I'll just let you touch this one if you want to touch one.
No,
how many times do you think that lady's licked the cartridge?
Constantly. She's constantly licking
that cartridge doesn't even work anymore.
It's funny that she's in love with like the NES version. I didn't even know they made an NES version of Tetris.
They made every version.
I play Tetris the most on Game Boy, honestly.
Well, yeah, they attributed a lot of the success to Game Boy from Tetris.
Mm-hmm.
Game Boy probably been successful anyways.
Regardless,
but I mean, my Game Boy come with Tetris.
Yeah, mine too.
And I remember like one of my like it may have been like my first or one of my like real deal flip phones. I had Tetris on it, and dude. Snake. Snake come on like the old Nokias, but I think when I got a flip phone. And I remember I would like go to work and like take a shit, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna play Tetris." Well, you couldn't stop until you got to anything.
Yeah. Right.
Well, dude, my shits would be like a long time because you gotta. I don't know. You can't stop Tetris until it ends.
The deed is done.
Yeah.
I fucked up and didn't get a Game Boy. So
you never had a Game Boy?
My parents, I think, had me one year. And Christmas.
And you touched the elf on the shelf, and that shit went right back to Toys R Us.
Touched it with his penis.
No, I'll tell you what happened. This was 5th grade, and Game Gear was out. And I started shit-talking Game Boy in my head, thinking that my parents were just up-to-date enough to know that like I was shit-talking Game Boy because I wanted Game Gear. But instead, they heard me shit talking Game Boy, took back the Game Boy, and he gave me anything like any of they got me presents, but not a handheld gaming system at all.
Well, Game Gear, I knew somebody that had one, and the thing was fucking cool as shit if you kept it plugged into the wall.
Okay, it just didn't have the battery life.
Dude, it's like you might look it up. I think it took like 8 batteries, and that shit didn't last. I think it honestly lasts like 30 or 45 minutes. I mean. that was Sega's problem throughout its entire thing. Like, it had the ideas,
but
it was just they were always like a little too ahead of the technology.
I just saw Mortal Kombat
like the Dreamcast
color
on
people were
playing Sonic. It had Sonic on the Game Gear. It was fucking amazing. But like I said, you had to have a fucking backpack full of batteries or keep it plugged in the entire time. See, Game Boy, you didn't have to do that.
The Sega Game Gear powered by 6 AA batteries. The Game Gear has an approximate battery life of 3 to 5 hours.
No. No,
that would have been on a good day.
That's what Sega said.
Yeah, I don't believe that at all. 3 to 5 hours. That is not true.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
3 to 5 hours.
Yeah, I don't buy that either.
I'm calling bullshit on that. I don't know what kind of batteries those 6 were, but I'm serious. I don't think you could get an hour out of one.
They didn't even have lithium batteries back then.
No.
This is like your
my
bullshit
iPhone battery is getting shitty right now.
I mean,
phone.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's just going to happen.
And I hate that. I know the phone works great otherwise. But
yeah, I remember getting rid of my iPhone 5. I still think it's one of my favorite phones I ever had in life. And I ended up getting rid of it and getting another one just because of the battery.
Yeah.
And I think I ended up getting like a 6S or something like that. And like, I liked it because it was bigger. But
that's what she said.
That's it. Yeah. There you go. But yeah, that's the thing about batteries. Like, they only last like so long. And I think there is some like planned obsolescence.
Yeah.
Like, because my wife, she's still got her 6S. I ended up having to get rid of mine just because I fucked it up and like bent it up and like the screen wouldn't work right anymore. But she still has hers. And the battery got shitty. And we took it in and got a new battery in it. And that shit didn't last like no time. And now that battery fucking sucks.
Can you get new batteries for your Android phones?
Android. I think you still got to like
non-iPhone
take it in. I don't think I can do it. Hell, I haven't seen it outside the case like since I bought it. So I don't.
Yeah. It's funny how you get these phones and you put them in a case. You don't even know what they look like outside their case.
Yeah, and you're like so like worried about the color. Like, oh, I really want like a black one, and like you can't fucking.
Well, it's like
tell.
that 6 Plus that I had. It was pink, and I was like, I don't care if it's pink or not.
You got that rose gold, didn't you?
Yeah, because I was like, I'm gonna put it in a case anyway. Who cares?
Wait, what?
I'll take a little bit.
You want a little bit?
Still nursing mine here.
Yeah. The only thing about the iPhone is the like the when I got my last iPhone, the black was the only one that had a black face. Like, all the rest of them had a white face. Mm-hmm. So you could see that.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're against blackface.
No, I'm for it on my phones. When it comes to my phone, I just don't like anything bright. Like, I almost put like my Android phone is in night mode like all the time.
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't like all that brightness, like looking me right in the face. Like, I don't know. I like sunshine. I like being outside, but
I have my phone to where when the sun sets, it goes into night, like dimmer mode.
Yeah, see, I turned that shit off. I used to have that on my computer where it would go into the where it cut like the blue light out.
Yeah.
But like, that shit just started annoying the fuck out of me. I just manually, like, when I lay in bed and get on my phone, I turn the blue light off.
Okay.
And I max it out where there's like whatever the blue light, you know how you can like adjust.
Yeah.
Like, I get rid of all the blue light, but any other time, like, it really annoys me.
Yeah.
That it's off.
Well, on like, websites where, like a Reddit or something where you can go night mode, I'll go night mode, and I'll do that like even during the day. But on the phone, I'm okay with it.
Reddit and Twitter and all, like,
yeah,
I keep them in night mode all the time.
Okay.
I would just rather, and to my phone, and your iPhone is probably not, but the new ones are, they're an OLED screen.
Okay.
Which means
my work phone is the new one. So
is okay. Yeah. Well, in an OLED screen, when it's black, the LEDs are actually turned off.
Oh, okay.
Like on an LED screen, they're just they do some shit. It's some fuckery there to make it look like it's black when it's not actually black.
Okay.
An OLED screen is actually off, so it saves you battery life.
Oh, that's nice.
When it's that way, and two, it's actually off. So you're just like in a win-win situation there, unless you just don't like things looking black.
What are you looking up?
I've actually seen.
He's looking up actual life of a Game Gear instead of that horse shit.
Tiger Attack thing that you've clicked on it. It shows that you've watched it. Because I just watched.
The man run the elephant.
Yeah.
I've seen that video years ago.
Well, apparently more recently. This was like 3 months
This
ago.
keeps your shit.
You
should watch it years ago, and YouTube is still showing that you watched it.
That's crazy.
The tiger,
which YouTube can't figure out that I watched a Hot Ones like 2 weeks ago, and it still keeps recommending it to me. One. Like, the same one.
Hey, watch this Shia LaBeouf Hot Ones. Watch this Shia LaBeouf.
I did watch that one. That was pretty. I like those kind of
things with Shia LaBeouf because I just don't like him.
Dude, watch the Hot Ones with him.
I don't want to because I don't want to like him.
It turned me around. Yeah.
All right.
Did you watch it, Levi?
I watched half of it. I didn't watch all of it.
It kind of turned me around. Like
he annoyed me on that whole. Just his whole. Just I don't know. Sometimes he just.
Well,
his
you remember that video that was kind of making fun of Shia LaBeouf, and he was like clapping it in the.
Well, and he talked about that in the Hot Ones. Like, there's a lot of his shit, like the just do it and all that.
Yeah.
Just do it. Like, I mean, he's saying in the Hot Ones, like, yeah, we made it green screen on purpose. So, like, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, he made it green screen, like, obviously, so people would put it in their videos. Like, a lot of his shit is like straight up just trolling, like trying to do like. Now, I'm sure not all of it is.
He's a weird dude.
He's a weird dude, but his Hot Ones is pretty good. And I watch that show a lot, and I keep thinking, like, dude, it would be so fucking cool to do like a Hot Ones thing, like on this podcast.
Oh,
we
absolutely,
all do it.
absolutely.
But there's no way we could do it, like, because the only reason Hot Ones works is because you got Sean Evans there that can take it. So he eats it, and then he keeps
going.
talking, and then they cut out the shit. It'll just be like an hour of us eating and going, I'm dying. My mouth is on fire.
What's your heat tolerance?
I'll tell you how to make that. Y'all can eat it, and I'll just keep talking, and I won't even eat it.
But then we're just going to call you so much of a pussy the entire time. You're not going to handle that.
I can hang with you, TJ.
That's the thing.
I think I can hang with the heat.
I think I can hang with the heat through the entire time too, and that's the problem. Like, you need at least one person there, kind of keeping the thing going. And there's no way we can do that without one person sitting out. And nobody wants to sit out.
I kind of laid low on the heat for a while because the Crohn's thing. But I mean, before that, heat didn't bother me at all.
So you're saying you can keep your shit together is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's just the shit afterwards that it sucks afterwards. But yeah.
I enjoy it. Everybody talks about like, oh yeah, after you take a shit, it burns. It's so hot. Nah, it feels good.
It's satisfying.
It's a good way. Yeah, it's a good shit.
It is.
I enjoy it.
It does burn a little bit, but it almost also feels good.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, this
yeah. It's odd.
You feel like you dominated it.
See, and you want to talk shit about me, but like saying weird stuff. But that sounds weird when you say that.
No, because people relate to that. No one relates to banging their dick up against a stall bathroom.
I didn't say I banged. I touched it to it.
Chad did this. He's just not owning up to it.
No, I did not do this.
When did you bang up your dick up against Chad when he was sleeping to see how that felt?
Whoa, what are you talking about? No, this is all pre. This is way earlier than that. So, moving on.
Sorry.
.org.
Yeah, sorry.
It's on the internet now. There's no moving on.
Fair enough. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Boys, y'all got anything to recommend?
I don't think so.
I'll tell you what I recommend, and this just popped in my head. Tyler Childers' Tiny Desk performance on YouTube. NPR. Go to watch that. It's fucking great music, and I know there's a lot of Tyler Childers fans starting to come up, and I've got one of his newest record. You look right over your shoulder right there.
I like the album cover,
which is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
But his Tiny Desk performance is goddamn magical. So watch that shit.
Man, I don't think I've got shit. I've been busy lately with like boring shit, so I don't. I don't think I got anything.
I got one.
Give it to us.
So we talked. This is like a podcast or two ago. We were talking about the Disney movies and stuff like that. And I was giving show them mice talking.
Podcast.
Show them mice talking.
No, we were talking about Kingdom Hearts. That's what we were talking about.
But talking about Disney movies in general. And I watched the new Aladdin movie. Had low expectations going into this because I'm just like, Will Smith cannot replicate what Robin Williams did, and I'm here to say that I was wrong. That was actually a good movie.
Disagree,
it was not
sir.
Bad. Did you watch it?
I watched it in the drive-in. I watched it when it was out.
It was good.
It was awful. His Prince Ali was straight up cringeworthy.
His singing parts, yeah, but he was lip syncing, so it didn't matter. I mean,
he was not lip singing. That was 100% his voice.
But
and it did not sound good.
It was not a bad movie.
His voice like cracked doing Prince Ali. It sounded like Prince Ali. Like it was
a
that
kids
bad.
movie. Damn it!
That doesn't exclude you from singing well.
How many good kids movies have you seen?
My point was I made in the other podcast is Will Smith can sing. They forced him to sing like Robin Williams.
Right. Oh, I get that.
Which sounded fucking terrible.
I'm saying like it was like a Broadway performance. Like it's like bad versions of the original song because
it was okay. You tell me this then. If you had never seen the original Aladdin,
yeah,
do you think you would have understood what the fuck was going on? Because I don't think I would have been able to understand what was going on. I don't know.
That's a hard thing. I have a predisposition to it.
The plot and the story went so fucking fast. I'm like, I think I would be lost as shit if I didn't already know this movie.
My kids had never seen it, and they weren't lost.
Because they're kids, though. They're lost on.
No,
that's not a fair thing.
They caught up with it, so
that's not fair. Like kids are like they don't know the plot of things when they're a good movie. They just like they watch it and they're like, I remember this part and I remember this part.
You know, my boy is such a sucker for anything with like
my boy looking at you.
Well, I only got one boy, so it's easy. Out of the mix of all kids, the boy, he watches anything with like a megalodon or like a dinosaur or a shark. And the other day he was watching something. It was a fucking 5-headed shark, a movie with a 5-headed shark in it. How ridiculous is that?
Sounds like something I'd want to watch.
It's like a Sharknado style movie, but it had a 5-headed shark.
Yeah, 5-headed shark.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's a terrible movie, but he loved it. So I'm just trying to help your point of like kids will watch anything.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they won't watch anything. Netflix is a testament to that. I mean, you seen the garbage they put on Netflix, like all these garbage remakes of other movies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's travesty. Like
travesty.
I mean, it is. It's a disgrace to anything. Like these people just throw shit together and just say, "Hey, kids are stupid. They'll watch it."
What I'm trying to remember the other point that I had in it. Like I remember the only like redeemable part of that movie was when there was like a new song that Jasmine
that was the best part
sung in it. But the thing about it is like it was good. The actress sung it well and it was done well.
Who played Jasmine?
I have no idea.
I don't know if it's anybody.
Yeah, it's not anybody.
Yeah, I can't remember. But I remember like still being like so pissed at the scene because it was like the song was like, all right, I'm going to make this decision to speak up. But her character had been speaking up through the entire fucking movie. Okay. So it's like you just sung a song about you becoming the person that you've already been through the entire fucking movie. Like,
right.
It's like the one good performance was cheapened by like really shitty writing. Like
I get that.
I was just like really irritated by the whole movie. But I do agree. The actress in that song was very good. Probably one of the best parts of the movie.
But the original Aladdin, which I ended up consequently going back and rewatching.
I need to do that. I haven't
was not really
a
whole lot different. I mean, it wouldn't. I mean,
but don't you think the story went by like a little slower? Like it took a little more time,
a little bit,
because it was like the beginning was like in the first like 5 minutes, Aladdin and Jasmine are meeting, and they're like, and we're kind of into each other, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they rushed it for sure. I get that. I mean, it's the same thing.
This doesn't make any sense.
Same thing with the other ones we talked about, the Beauty and the Beast and all that other stuff. They just jumped into that.
Yeah, but I think. I don't know. I think a lot of people we elevate Aladdin, cartoon Aladdin, as being a little better than a lot. Like it's like Aladdin and like Lion King, and there's like a few that are like kind of a little better.
I love the idea of Aladdin, though. The idea of the
rags to riches.
Well, not the rags to riches part, but the fact that he thought that he wasn't good enough, and the inside part of him that was him is the part she really loved. It wasn't the who he was pretending to be. Like there's a lesson in all that.
Prince Ali, she didn't give a fuck about Prince Ali. She wanted Aladdin.
Yeah, the street rat.
Yeah,
the real dude.
Yeah, because he was real.
Yeah, that shit's beautiful to me.
Anyway, the girls loved it. I thought it was actually much better than I expected it to be because I was shitting on it the whole time.
It's garbage. It is hot garbage.
Okay. What's something that you like so I can shit on it? Let's go.
Star Wars.
All the new stuff is hot garbage.
Well, we're not gonna. I'll tell you what. My daughter loves the new ones, and we watch it together. and it can literally be a pile of burning garbage on TV, and I'll go watch it.
Well, then you're making the same point as me because my girls love it, so I love it with them.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to deny that. Like my girls, I mean, we had a really fun night at the drive-in, like because that's where we watched it at. So we watched it with them and the girls and all that. I wouldn't take that time back for nothing.
Right.
I'm just saying the movie by itself is.
I'm rolling this die,
and I'll say that about the new Star Wars.
I'm rolling this. If I get above a 10, you guys are going to kiss and make up as soon as we're off.
Nope.
Air.
Nope. You got to get a nat 20 for that.
A straight 20. Okay.
You got to get. Oh God. There's already been 120 tonight. There can't be another 20. Oh, 16. Thank God.
That means y'all shake hands and respect each other.
All right. Shake hands and respect each other.
Respect.
Love you.
All right. Signing out, boys.
Signing out.
Peace.
Peace.
How long was that?
2:30.
2:34.